welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast Live, Sunday morning edition. Yes. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here on this Sunday morning. How y'all doing? You know what we're going to do? We're going to do our usual. I'm going to give the little spiel. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to get in the chat, and then we are going to get it rolling. Unfortunately, Transformer won't be here to join us this morning. He's got some stuff going on. I think he's got duty today, so he won't be here, but he certainly wants to give his thoughts on the Lakers versus Celtics last night, so there may be a live coming up on that later today or tomorrow. So we'll see what we got going on. Good morning, gentlemen. My main man, Steve, how you doing? Sid Bubba, good morning, Chief. Shout out Navy. Shout out the boys from Annapolis. I guess I'm going to have to do that for the next 280-something days. Yes, today is definitely my day, and we'll talk about it. But before we get to any of that, you know what time it is. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept aware anytime we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you enjoy the content as you listen, make sure you give us a like, a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And write it down, put it in your phones, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the podcast and you want to help the show continue to grow, make sure you go ahead, click that join button, join the channel. We're going to have some exclusive content just for you. All right. So we'll give it just a couple more minutes here. My main man G is going to be in here, and he's not late. This is my fault. I didn't send him the link to get in, so apologies to that, G. And yeah, I think we're gonna have a pretty good show here today. Not gonna be particularly crazy, but we got a quick hit to touch on, and I think it's kind of interesting. Obviously, we're gonna go back to the LeBron and Stephen A thing. If you all were here yesterday, you know that I went in depth for about 2 hours on that one. Totally unexpected. Did not expect to have that one go so long, but really went in depth with Stephen A's comments, etc. But I wanted to give the other guys an opportunity to give their thoughts on it. Definitely wanted to hear what G had to say about it. So we're gonna kind of go back to that topic. Then we are going to do something that I know a lot of you guys think I might not be willing to do, but I'm gonna give Nikola Jokic, his flowers for his incredible game the other night. And he made history, so we're definitely going to talk about that. I'm also going to apply just a little bit of context, but definitely going to give this guy his flowers for doing something crazy. Next up, we're going to talk about the big game last night. We're going to talk about the Lakers and the Celtics, and then finally we'll end with some NFL topics. So, yep, let's just give it a minute, and we will go from there. But yeah, so let's see what we got in the chat while we wait. Laker Nation, what stat you put in there? Oh, okay. Yeah, so definitely got some Laker fans in the chat today, so that's going to be a lot of fun interacting with those guys. Definitely going to be some fun. You know, I really want to get into it like first topic, but I'm like, nah, I'm going to chill, and I am going to wait so we can take our time with it. Not in a rush. Laker Nation is already at it. Mr. Tough Guy left Luka stranded. That is funny. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. Well, I have some thoughts on it, and we'll get to that later. But yeah, definitely. I thought it was an entertaining game last night. I'm gonna leave it alone. So what's going on with y'all in the chat, man? Let me ask you this: while we wait, are there any topics you guys would like us to briefly touch on in quick hits? Let's try that while we wait for G to get here. Anything that you would like my thoughts on? I don't know, Laker Nation. I have no idea. But yeah, any thoughts that you guys would like us to touch on in quick hits? Give me a shout on that. Let me know. Yeah. I got that, Steve. I got that. That's the one. I definitely got it. We'll talk about that. Laker Nation, Sid, Bubba, anybody else? Yeah. Okay. Yes, Steve, you are. Okay. Yeah, Sid Bubba. So it was interesting. I'm trying to remember the details of it. Go ahead, remind me, because I listened to so much stuff yesterday, but I also did listen to the entire Whitlock show discussing what's going on in the NBA. But go ahead and remind me, and I will touch on whatever specific part of it that you want me to address. So remind me on that, and then we'll go ahead and do that. Blame of the NBA. Blame of the NBA. Man, you're killing me, Sid Bubba. I cannot. Go ahead. Give a little more detail. I must have listened to like 10 pods yesterday. Here we go. My main man, G. Good morning, sir.
Ooh, it's a rough start so far, man. Hopefully,
yeah, man. Apologies for not sending you that link on time, man. I got it this morning. I was sending this. I don't know why I forgot to do that. I always forget one step when I'm prepping. I don't know why.
Yeah, we lost an hour, so.
I ain't even worried about that, man. I need an assistant or an intern or something, man. I don't know.
What you need, bro?
We'll get there. But how you doing, man? How's everything?
Got my sleep apnea test results back.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, 60 to 65 on average, 60 to 65 per hour.
Is that good or bad? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible.
Oh, okay. They gave you the machine?
It's coming.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I was like, damn. I was wondering why I was feeling like shit all the time.
Right. You never get enough rest.
Yeah, not resting.
Yeah, but guess what though? That's that money about to come from the VA.
That's true.
Sleep apnea is a big one. Yeah.
She called me. She said, "Mr. Genius, you have severe sleep apnea, and
damn.
Yeah, she said you stop breathing on average once a minute. And
damn.
She said your oxygen pulse ox dropped to like 70 for 30 minutes. So she's like, we like to keep it around 80. Shit like that. So
okay. Well, you're gonna get your joint and you're gonna put that on and everything gonna be gravy. You're gonna feel like a new man in the morning.
I can't wait. Bro, I was like, can I pick it up?
Yeah. They told me mild to moderate on my joint. So yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Let's do this. Okay, quick hits. First one I wanted to touch on was this Angel Reese thing. Angel Reese. Did you hear about that, G?
No. I didn't get a chance to listen to it.
Okay, my bad. So there's a quote going around like Instagram and social media, basically saying that Angel Reese says that the WNBA players should get paid as much as the men. Now, this is not true. This was misquoted, right? So that's the good part. But she was recently on her podcast. What is that? Unapologetically Angel, I think it's called. And she was on there with the other NBA player, Dejanay Carrington, and she had something interesting to say. What is this? I got like a 40-second clip on that, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and then we'll come back and discuss it. And I'm like, man, you gotta be kidding me.
All right.
Really, Sid Bubba? Oh, well, I don't care about any of that, but whatever. That would be interesting. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's play her clip. It's about 40 seconds, like I said, and we'll come back and talk about it. This is just a quick hit, so.
Yeah, the CBA is coming up soon. I can't wait. Girl, y'all benefited from everything. Y'all youngins benefited from NIL. What does that mean? We deserve more. Everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
But we got to get face the consequences.
Y'all got to deal with something.
But the women coming in, not this year, but next year.
Yeah.
The ones coming in this year will still be on the rookie contract again.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that the year after, they're going to get more. They probably going to be making more than us.
They are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the meetings.
You need to come to the meetings.
I got to get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, they don't give us, if y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
That's a possibility for real.
Yeah.
So first she says a number of ridiculous things, right? So first she says, we deserve more. You deserve more. How? It's not about what you deserve, right? It's about what your organization is making, which would allow you to get more. So that's the first thing in my estimation. So that would be the first thing, right? And so then she's saying that this quote is being attributed to her, but she's speaking in like secondhand terms. She said she's hearing that if they don't get what they want, that they will be willing to sit out, I guess, which would cause a lockout. And I'm like, the freaking entitlement of these women is absurd. All right. And that's no shot at women, right? Because I've said before, I admire their dedication to their craft. I admire how hard they work on their game. I admire their skill set in terms of, fundamentals, because, female players aren't in a position where if the play breaks down or whatever, they can just rely on pure athleticism, right? So they have to execute, smart basketball players, all of that. Cool. I got all of that. But the delusion to be able to fix your face to say, one, we deserve more, and two, if we don't get what we want, we're going to sit out. Are you insane? Gee, give me your thoughts on that before I drop a little bit of numbers on you.
I think it's business. That's part of it, right? I think she may not be advocating from her stance or where she is in the league.
Right.
She may be advocating for that person that's not making enough to make ends meet and might have to sell underwear. So,
okay.
Yeah, so that's, I'm sorry, not sell underwear, but get like those types of, the like, underwear, what they call it?
Ads, endorsements.
Yeah, endorsements, yes. Yeah. That was wrong. But
that sounds very funny.
Yeah, but I think that's where it's coming from. And then it's a podcast, so it's probably just, girl locker room talk tied into it.
Sir. Yeah. No, Steve makes a great point here, and I'm gonna share it with y'all. If feminism was all about supporting other women, which it's really not, if you actually do the history on it, feminism is a faulty premise. It was basically introduced in order to get women into the workforce so you could tax the other 50% of the population. Like, that was the most basic premise of feminism, and it didn't even come from women. But anyway, we're not going to get deep into that rabbit hole. But women always talk about it and supporting women and so on and so forth. But it's true that this has always been my question when it comes to the WNBA. They say, men should do a better job supporting us. Really? Men have been supporting the WNBA because the WNBA did not turn a profit last season, right? It was the most popular season in recorded history, and it lost $40 million last year, right? This marks the 26th consecutive year the NBA has operated at a loss since its inception in 1996. Why do I bring that up? What business can operate at a loss for 26 straight years and still be in operation? Why is that happening? Because the NBA is holding it up. The NBA has been basically its foundation all this time. If it wasn't for the NBA men, right, the WNBA doesn't exist anymore. So it's so disingenuous to say men aren't supporting the WNBA. And why is no one getting on more women for not buying more tickets, not buying more merch, not going to these games and supporting the league? We have to stop being disingenuous and attacking men for everything. But this is not really that type of show, but I want to put it out there that it's really, really dishonest and disingenuous.
I'm gonna say this, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna say this. The talent is there, right? It's there.
Yes.
And it might not turning a profit, may not have nothing to do with the gameplay, because we saw like the girls play harder than the women play harder than the men in a lot of cases. So I agree. Think that it's fully on the players if they balling. That's marketing. That has to be. That's bad deals, bad business deals, man. Like, I mean, I think was it the? I'm playing devil advocate here, but I think it was like the Las Vegas team was like the first team to have like charter flights to the games. They was on buses, bro. Like it was driving Coach Greyhound to the game, bro. Like that. So I mean, I kind of feel that pain. I kind of feel that pain. You know, maybe they feel like they underrepresented or whatever, misrepresented or not. Like somebody else is holding the money. We've seen this a lot. And so they fudge numbers to say they losing, but in all actuality, there's no way you're losing with Caitlin Clark, man. She come anywhere and the whole stadium is packed.
They're still losing. Trust me, they're still losing. Now, will that continue? I'm thinking in a couple of years they will finally turn a profit, especially not next year, but after the following season when Juju and Hannah Hidalgo and all them come in. Like you're seeing the level of play steadily increase. You're seeing the level of interest increase, and hopefully it'll continue for them, and that's cool. But again, it's just disingenuous. More men need to support us, and we need more money. And if we don't get it, we're going to sit out. Oh, really? Okay, you go sit out. See how that works for you when you've been held up by another organization all this time. So we have to be, honest about this thing. Sneed says, I'm sure there's some incredible storylines the WNBA is missing out on. They could capitalize on it. Business is an art of storytelling. Pluck at the heartstrings of the public. I see there's some of that to be the case, Sneed. But again, this year was by far the most popular. And I don't know why it would have taken you 26 years to figure out how to do that, though. What you're saying. I mean, it's not like last year was the first year there were amazing players in the league. There have been amazing players in the league the whole time. Your Lisa Leslie's, your Candace Parkers, your Maya Moores, Caitlin Clark's, Angel Reese, Asia Wilson, all that. Diana Taurasi, so on and so forth. There have been great players in the league the whole time, but clearly they're missing out on something. Regardless, it is what it is. If people don't want to watch, the money's not coming. So, whatever. Let's see. The WNBA struggles with brand identity and storytelling compared to the NBA, which has built player-driven narratives. LeBron, Steph, MJ before them. True indeed, but all right. Well, this was supposed to be a quick hit. We could end up doing a greater topic on this, and we probably will down the road once the season starts back up again. But just wanted to touch bases on that, and I want to say I think it was absurd. I think it's entitled. I think it's disingenuous. And the thought of if we don't get what we want, we might sit out. And she's not saying that. She's saying that's what she heard. So let me be clear. I'm not attributing those comments to her. I just think it's absurd and disingenuous. And I'll leave it there. Anything you want to add on that real quick, G, before we move on to the first topic?
I mean, the guys do it when they want more money. I don't understand the difference.
What do you mean you don't understand the difference? You're talking about
you're a player that you're not responsible for the draw. Like, that's marketing.
If your organization is
how else do you get more money?
If you're not, well, there's no more money to be had. It's not like the WNBA has the money and is holding out on the players. The money is not there to give them or to not give them, but to pay. You can say that, but if the money is not there, it's just not there. Again, your league has never turned a profit. I don't know what there is to figure out. How do you do that? There's nothing.
So you mean tell me all these WNBA owners are losing money every night?
They're losing money every year. The league on the whole is losing money every year. I mean, you don't have to buy it, but the numbers are what they are. I mean, it's not there. But yeah, we can definitely do some more deeper research and make this a more in-depth topic on another episode. I think we should as well. We'll do that probably once the season starts. So yeah, we'll get into that. But let's go ahead and let's push out to the next topic, y'all. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe for me, please.
Did y'all see the Auburn Alabama game yesterday?
No, I did not.
Gosh, man, that was a good game, man. It was physical men's basketball, man. Like it was a really, really good game. It went OT. I think Alabama beat Auburn. Auburn was like ranked number 1. It's a real good game, man. Yeah. Real good game, man.
You know what I'll say to that real quick, as you mentioned that, is I guess football money really does lift everything in a particular conference, right? Because the SEC has been dominating in football for winning championships, I should say, for the last 20 years or so. They've won a ton of championships, and all that money has helped the SEC become the preeminent sports conference in all of college sports, right? They got dominant baseball teams. Now they got dominant basketball teams. They out here looking like the Big East used to look. You know what I'm saying? These guys might get like 8 teams in the tournament. This is insane. And the SEC, while it has put out quality players throughout the years, it's never been known as an elite college basketball conference. So I just thought, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Yeah. All that. Money. Yeah, because all that money that they're making from college football allows them to, upgrade facilities, hire better basketball coaches, so on and so forth. Same with baseball, gymnastics, all that. So they're doing their things. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's get it started, man. Where are we? So G, I know you saw this the other night, LeBron versus Stephen A, right? I know you've heard about it. I don't know if you had a chance to check out my thoughts on it that I did yesterday on a live, which ended up going like 2 hours, totally unexpectedly. But yeah, let's go ahead and I'll play the video real quick. So Stephen A. Smith, he discussed it on the Stephen A. Smith show. You see LeBron basically running up on him in between, I think, the third and fourth quarter break at the Lakers-Knicks game the other night. And according to Stephen A., LeBron is like, that's my effing son. That's my effing son. Don't talk about my effing son, right? And so, he basically tried to verbally and physically bully Stephen A., as you can see. But I'm like, really? That's real. That's real soft, man. So before I even get into my thoughts on it, where are you on this? I would love to hear what you. I think I know which way you're going to lean, but I want to hear this.
Yeah, man, I thought that was a clown move. I mean, at this point, his son is a grown man. It was a couple months. I think Chuck brought this back up. It was like a couple months. He was saying that, hey, look, Bronny is don't give a F. He don't give a F what people say about, him. And now you run into his attention. I just don't know what Stephen A. said to trigger this, and if this was staged. I do know that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know what he said about his son. I didn't see him like. I thought he was gentle compared to like how other people just.
I thought so too.
So that was another thing. It was like, was this a stage? Was this an act? But if I'm not mistaken, Stephen A. is supposed to go on Skip Bayless show.
Yeah.
So
I thought that was very interesting.
That might be worth the watch. I don't know how.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be happening this week.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, man, you gotta do more playing basketball, man. Less man. It's just, you gotta win, bro. That's just how it works. Like win or sit down.
Yeah, no, I actually, I'm surprised you went that way because I thought you would be under the, you would be on the line that a lot of people are on, that he's just a father defending his son, and I'm like, nah, I don't see it that way at all. It was interesting when you heard what Stephen A. actually had to say about it afterwards. He was apologetic. He was really like tail between his legs, and I'm like, why? Because yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I thought the storyline the story he told about Kobe was a better story than this one that they painting right now. Like this narrative that they painting. That, LeBron is jumping in front of his son, taking a bullet for him. Like that. That's really weird, man. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, you can't stop nobody from saying what they want to say. You got like almost 18,000 fans in the stands, and they all telling the same story. Like, if you're a bum, you're a bum. But there's a lot of kids that really like him, like that really follow him, and that's probably why his jerseys so many. I don't know what the hell LeBron doing, man. Running up on old ass Stephen A.
Right,
man, it's crazy.
Right. Like, come on, man. Yeah, that's a real. I called it a sucker move, and that wasn't the term I wanted to use. Good morning, salute, Kareem. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Your favorite hater? Yes, I did hear that story. Yes, I heard it. Yeah, I knew about that. I remember when it happened. But yeah, so my thing is this, G. First, let's do this. Remember, in my estimation, LeBron started all this, right? Remember this? Remember this? This is, you opened this door, LeBron. You started this, right? So you already remember from the time Bronny was in 8th grade, you bring it up, you want to play with your son. Then when Bronny's a senior in high school, you put this stuff out. Okay. And then I think there was a game that the Lakers lost one night, and he was like, he tweeted out, you know, Bronny could help this team right now. Okay, cool. You know, all that's great. You know, but then we see that, and I'm not saying Bronny's a bum. I said this yesterday on the show. LeBron is not LeBron. Bronny is doing his thing in the G League, right? So I definitely gave him his flowers for that. But this was interesting. Sid Bubba called in yesterday, and he said that he thinks it's a lot more than that. LeBron wanted to just go at Stephen A for everything, and Bronny was the smokescreen. And I was like, I hadn't even considered that. I thought it was a very astute point, because he just used Bronny as the cover to attack Stephen A. But my thing is this, right? Remember, I said from the beginning, like, if you're LeBron, you are the one who pushed your son into the middle of the street. Now you're mad because somebody came and hit him with a car. You want to beat up the driver. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You put him out there for public consumption. You talked all this about him. You made it a thing, you know, the history-making moment and all that stuff. So I don't understand this. And to your point, Stephen A has been very gentle and very kind in the way he approached this whole thing. He wasn't as brutal as he could have been, right? As a lot of other people, including myself, were, right? Early on, I was like, yo, this guy's a bum. And again, I shouldn't have called him a name, and I apologize for that on a previous show. But Stephen A has been annoyingly deferential to LeBron and his son. Every time he talks about them, you hear how he talks about them. He's got to offer like a 90-second soliloquy first before he can go into whatever he's saying. By all accounts, he's a wonderful young man, and I wish Bronny all the best. And LeBron is a wonderful father and philanthropist, and And I'm like, really? Why you have to do all that? Just say what you guys say, man. Just say what you guys say. But yeah, so now Bron runs up on Stephen A, and I'm like, Stephen A like 6'2", 6'3", LeBron like 6'9". Stephen A is old, LeBron is 40. Like, you running up on this dude. I think that he timed it out perfectly by doing it in the break in the game. He knew that he would, attack him verbally, and that Stephen A wouldn't have a chance to respond, because Stephen A says that he was like, yo, we can talk about this another time. And LeBron is like, nah, F that, man. F that. That's my effing son. Blah, blah. I'm like, really? It's just such a sucker move. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I kind of sympathize. Not sympathize, because first and foremost, right? They both rich, and when you got that much money, you fight with lawyers. So
True.
If it was going to really go down, to me, it looked like just a tension whole move. Something somebody would do just to bring, I guess, the attention back to Bronny, because I feel like nobody's talking about him anymore. He's like starting to fizzle out, and if they don't keep him in that media,
I didn't think about that.
There's no reason to have him there. So
great point. I didn't even think about that one. Sneed says Stephen A doesn't want the tables to turn on him and look like a bad guy. He knows the public perception matters, and LeBron's media control could hurt him. No, Sneed, I'm going to push back on you a little bit on that. If we remember, Stephen A just signed a multi-year, I think 5-year, $100+ million deal with ESPN. He's a made man now. Obviously, he's not going to go on TV on ESPN and start cursing and acting the fool, but I don't think he's too concerned about LeBron's media control hurting him. He's at the point in his career where he's got a lot of juice himself. And I actually thought about it, and I'm like, if you're LeBron, is it the smartest thing to alienate one of the most, if not the most powerful voice in sports media? I don't know. I don't believe that Stephen A is worried about LeBron's media control at all at the point he is at his career. But here's another thing I wanted to point out to you guys and get opinions on it. And some of you guys heard this yesterday, but here's the quote from the great Magic Johnson. If I'm Bronny, I would tell my dad, just let me play in the G League all season so that I can develop. He needs playing time. He doesn't need to be sitting on the Lakers bench and not playing. That's not a knock against him. He's just not ready. He needs to develop more. Then he will be ready, because he has some great talent and skills. But he needs to develop those skills at a much better clip if he wants to play 15, 20 minutes a night in the NBA or more. That is the great Magic Johnson. I find it very interesting that LeBron didn't go run up on him, right? Why? Because Magic Johnson could look him eye to eye, right? 6'9", 260 also. You running up on that guy? Why didn't you? Why didn't you tell him that's my effing son? That's my effing son. Don't talk about my effing son. You see what I'm saying, G?
Yeah, I mean, he's not going. Magic is way bigger than Bron, man, when it comes to just like star power, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So that's Stephen A is like, he's like the guy that didn't play, but his voice is bigger than the players in most cases. Yeah. Like right. So I don't know. I was hearing stories about players not talking to him anymore, like
Stephen A.
Draymond Green, because of what he said. Like, and I'm like, damn, this is becoming soft as freaking baby powder. Yes. Yes, like, correct. Come on, bro. Like, all right, y'all taking this too far, man.
Too far.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I agree, album, man. Soft. Mm-hmm.
Soft. No, you're 100% right, G. You're 100% right. But really, Draymond is not going to talk to Stephen A because of this LeBron thing. Like, did LeBron tell Draymond he's not allowed to talk to Stephen A anymore? Like, what's that about?
Right. You know like, what is going on here? Well, I guess, I don't know, man, but.
Well, we know Draymond.
It's a good storyline. It's a really good storyline when it comes to, just pushing narratives and keeping Bronny in media, man. Because other than that, like, at some point, it's like, all right, we only care about, can you play basketball, bro? Like, do you got straps? Can you, like, fit, like, that type stuff, man? I don't think it's
But you know what, though, G? You're saying, and I agree with you, that it really is supposed to only be about, can you play basketball? But here's the difference, man. One, you're from the old era. Two, you come from the grit, from the blacktop. You know what I'm saying? No, I say the old, you know what I mean when I say the old era, man. We from the 80s and 90s, man. You know what time it is. Yeah, so I'd say when the old era, I say that. And you come from the grit, you know what I'm saying? You come from the blacktop, right? And that's where you grew up balling, and you have the toughness mentality, right? So think about this, right? Until like you got older, how much did you play in the gym? Because I remember when we were coming up, we played outside all the time. And then, you get a couple of bucks, you go pay a couple bucks, you get to go play in the gym. And that was like heaven for us, getting to play on the hardwood, right? So like, go ahead. No,
you're right. No, that's absolutely correct, man. Like, you started out on the blacktop, tore your knees up at an early age. And then you started playing on like hardwood, and that just changed everything,
Yeah. So like the mentality is so different now. Like the grit is not nearly the same. Kareem says now LeBron Jr. is talking about Stephen A. Elias Smith, saying it's always the ones who never played talking smack, and why LeSucker James didn't have no smoke for Isaiah Stewart. So Kareem, I looked at that comment saying it's always the ones who never played. I was trying to figure out if that was a real Bronny account. I haven't been able to verify that or not. I saw that yesterday and I was looking it up this morning. I haven't been able to verify whether or not that's really from Bronny, but I don't know. Yeah, your favorite hater. Absolutely. Playing on the hardwood, man, you thought you was there, right? You thought it was the NBA finals. I remember, just like late 90s, early 2000s, man. We in Brooklyn and we balling. And we used to play Glenwood PJs and play, Tilden Park and all that stuff. I know Kareem knows what I'm talking about. We used to play all that, but then, then they put up a spot called Hoopland that had like 8 courts in it. So, we get our couple bucks together, go ball in Hoopland, and we thought we thought we were Lakers versus Celtics, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, what? Hardwood? We out here? Yeah, so definitely. But yeah, the mentality is very different now. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't like the fact, getting back to the main topic, that LeBron created this whole situation and now he's upset if anyone says anything. Like, you did this. I've been using this analogy over and over. You don't get to paint the target on your son and then get mad when people start shooting at him. Like, remember Lonzo Ball? Remember his pops was talking all that, talking so greasy? That made dudes what? When Lonzo came in the league, they were going at him from day one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't. That's just part of what you got to go through, I think, as a young player. And, you just earn your stripes, go through it. People talk, they talk. Like, if you're LeBron, did you not know that this was coming? Right? Did you not know that by virtue of him being your son, that people are going to go at him verbally and physically. Like, I don't understand why he's so upset about this. It's disingenuous.
Yeah, I have no idea, man. I don't know, man. Like, you had to know you was throwing your son into the gauntlet. The
Right.
NBA, man. You had to know people was going to be like, oh, he averaged 6 points at USC, bro. Like, you had to know that wasn't going to be enough for him. He's not mature. That's the only thing Magic was saying. His game isn't mature enough to play in the league. He needs mature more. That's pretty much it. Like, LeBron jumping in front of bullets at 50,000 points. You need to just
right.
you need to give 20 of them to his son and then be like, make sure when you get to 20,000, you got more than 4 rings. Like, yo, come on, bro. About to get started, man. I ain't like that, bro. I didn't, man. And I care less about Stephen A. Smith. I just don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like how it looks, man. I just don't like the narrative, even for LeBron, right? Like, now you taking. There's certain things that's supposed to motivate you, man. Like, if somebody talking shit to you, that's supposed to motivate you. If it's not motivating you, then you look like, oh, don't leave my son alone. Like, come on, bro. No.
Yeah. Yo, for y'all who don't know, right? G always used to say when we on the court, he'd say, "Don't rattle my cage. Don't rattle my cage." I've seen him do it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely. It's supposed to motivate you, get you going, get the juices flowing. So I don't know. So that's what we got, man. Didn't want to get too deep into that. If you really want to know my in-depth thoughts on this, you could check out the live that I did yesterday about LeBron and Stephen A, where I played the entire clip, kind of broke that down and really dug into it, but didn't want to take all day today to do that. But I definitely wanted to get G's thoughts on that. And unfortunately, Transformer's not here to share his opinion on it, but definitely would like to share that with you. But yeah, you can check that out. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and we'll take a couple calls on it, see what you guys think about it. 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Let's get you guys' thoughts on this. LeBron versus Stephen A, man. What did y'all think of LeBron running up on Stephen A? Was that necessary? I especially want to hear from someone who thinks that LeBron didn't do anything wrong there. Let's go. Sid Bubba, good morning, Chief. How are you?
Good morning, Bruce. Peace be unto you, my brother. Gino,
thank you, sir.
What's going on, bro?
That much. I keep saying this ain't about Bronny.
Mm-hmm.
Bronny was a pawn on this.
Mm-hmm.
This is about LeBron and Stephen A.
Yeah.
Bruce, to what you said before, Stephen A gave fluff pieces about Bronny.
Yes.
Come on. LeBron shouldn't get mad about that. And on top of that, Stephen A got his boys' numbers. He could have called him and say, hey, man, blase. That was a strategic move because LeBron wanted to get at Stephen A probably for digging at him on everything. Stephen A we all know LeBron ain't that type of guy to roll up. I would even call it bullying because LeBron ain't going to bust the grape. Now.
Right.
Now, had it been Charles Oakley, that man walked up on Stephen A.
Slapped him.
Then I would call it bullying.
Yes.
You ain't going to have LeBron ain't going to do that. LeBron's a billionaire.
Right.
Stephen A got 100 million. They ain't going to do that.
No.
These are two narcissists fighting for narrative.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron trying to push his narrative. Stephen A is trying to push the narrative.
Yeah.
So that's what this is all about. Two narcissists fighting. The sad part about it, Bronny is swept in the middle of all that.
Mm-hmm.
And journalism 101. As a journalist, you don't want to be part of the story. Your job is to call.
That's right.
Stephen A wants to be part of the story. LeBron wanted to be part of the story, and that's that.
Great point.
Now,
yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Bronny, we all know Bronny wasn't going to be that good, and he had to go to the G League.
Right.
Why would LeBron run up to Magic to front him on something we all know? Bronny needs to be in the G League. He was in the G League playing good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I can't see this as about being. It just run through my running through my head as a former auditor. I just can't see this about being about Bron.
No, that's a great point.
The man compliment your son, and you know how Stephen A. do. You know, LeBron, he's a great father. He's a great kid. Blase, blase, blase.
Mm-hmm. Every time.
Mm-hmm. So he knew. LeBron knew that. And then he knew the cameras was on now.
Right.
It's the middle of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I keep saying it's this video with Jason Woodlock put, why James really pumped Stephen A. Smith. It ain't about Bron.
Right.
And that's what I was thinking because of all the stuff that you said before that. You know, I was like, he didn't say that bad about it.
Right.
He protected him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Stephen A. like you, he'll protect you. Look at AI.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So look at that back in the day. And then two, if Stephen A. got personal, believe me, Glenn Big Dog wanted some real beef. Kenyon, Kmart wanted some beef with Stephen A. for talking about his money. So this ain't the first time Stephen A. had to kind of back off. But you know LeBron ain't. I can't see it as a bully move. Because LeBron, he's 6'9", 280, but he ain't gonna throw no hands.
Right. Well, I mean, only a fool would throw hands as a billionaire, right?
So I can't see that punking Stephen A. But what I will say, it's a battle of narrative. Now, Skip coming back, come on. This is narrative. That's that narrative stuff on the NBA, which Charles Barkley don't like.
Right.
That's not all. You got anything to say, G?
Oh no, man, that's spot on, bro. That's spot on. I agree.
Yeah, bro. I can't see it. I can't see it.
You know what? You just mentioned something interesting, Sid Bubba. You mentioned the Skip Bayless piece, which is something else I hadn't considered. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's interesting how all this stuff is lining up. And G mentioned it earlier that I think Stephen A. is supposed to be on the Skip Bayless show sometime later this week. And all this is kind of lining back up in a very interesting fashion. Now, could this be a function of let's see how the ratings look, even though it's social media, but let's see how people tune in and see what type of engagement it gets, seeing Skip and Stephen A. on a show together again for the possibility of Skip returning to ESPN. Not necessarily on First Take, but back to ESPN where they could do more crossover work. I didn't think about any of that.
Right.
They were cook brownie, bro.
Any kind of sizzle, that's the story.
Yes.
That's what everybody looking at.
Well, you got to have that. There's a saying in journalism, if it bleeds, it leads. And unfortunately, that's the case.
There you go.
Yeah. Because it is a business. We got to remember that part as well. So
that's what I was trying to get at my boy. That's what I was trying to tell my boy Steve. I said, I ain't about Bronny. He could have picked up the phone and talked to Stephen A.
Yeah. Any one of them, Rich Paul, Maverick, Randy Mims, any one of them. And think about this, right? Think about this. Both
January, bro.
Right. And think about this. Both Stephen A. and LeBron have production companies. They could have said, okay, we'll put this on our production company. We'll sit down and hash it out. Everybody will watch. Everybody's going to want to see it. I know I would have watched. Why? I'm a content creator, right? We talk sports, and these are two of the major names in sports media. So we would have watched, and we would have come back on this show and all the other shows, and we would have talked about what they had to say and what it really means and blah, blah, blah. Like, that would have been the better move, right? Yeah.
Because when does LeBron ever just confront anybody?
That's true. He's the most passive-aggressive dude ever. Great point.
He ain't gonna just roll up. He knew what he was in the middle of the game. Everybody, what? Man, come on.
Yeah. No, LeBron does not move happenstance. That's one thing I can say about that guy. He thinks things out first.
Everything he did. What do you say? He's a master media manipulator, and that's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
He wants to manipulate the narrative. And then what far as Bronny playing. You know, everybody can see what happened once Bronny started to the G League. He started playing well. Guess what? Bronny kind of went away.
That's right. G, you were about to say something?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot, some key pieces missing that we don't have right now. And it's just making it hard to. I mean, they left it with speculation because.
No, I'm laughing at
that. You know what? That could be it. That absolutely could be it. It could be something that happened a long time ago, and now it's like, oh yeah, it was on site, but he let that beef. It cooked too long, bro. Like that's something you address like the next right then and there, man. You don't wait like the end of the season and be like, oh yeah, by the way,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, because I know when I think of big guys confronting. And Charles Oakley, if I picked him off, he came to me, that's bullying. Because I'd have to have that peace with him.
Right. Yeah, you messing with Oak. Yeah.
Or Anthony Mason. Some guys,
right.
But they will put hands on you. And
they will. Jerry Stackhouse. Yeah, those guys are known for it.
Right. So Stephen A. knew. He would. But it's deeper because when the bosses told Stephen A. to address it, he had to address it.
Yeah.
So you say leave my son name out your mouth.
Coward. And he kind of coward because he just signed a $100 million contract.
That's
he
right.
Can't really get out of pocket.
Right.
Would you get too far out of pocket? Because you say you're a boss, but then you got to report to them because they own you and they can put that pressure on you.
Damn. You heard that, G?
Yeah.
That's the thunder outside.
Yeah, but that's about it. That's about it. All I got to say.
You said keep my son out of this or stop talking about my son.
Stephen A. said that what LeBron said to him was, "That's my effing son. That's my effing son." Like, don't talk about my effing son. I'll send you the audio after, but that's what Stephen A. said.
Okay. All right. That's okay.
Come on, man. He didn't have to do that. Hell,
no, not at all.
Did a tweet with a king emoji.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
He didn't have to do that.
I think the more and more we look at it, the more this whole thing seems orchestrated. That's a great point, Sid Bubba.
It is orchestrated. That's why I looked at that Jason. That's why I sent you that thing on Jason Whitlock. Because Jason Whitlock, what he did, and I had to follow him. I don't really F with Whitlock like that, but what he said made a lot of sense.
Yeah, he can do that from time to time.
Right, he can do that from time to time.
Yes.
From what he was saying on the video, it was like Skip made a lot of money off LeBron on the LeBron narrative. Stephen A. made a lot of money on the LeBron narrative. Right. LeBron finally kind of figured it out and said, "Oh no, y'all ain't gonna just get money and keep coming at me at my expense." That's why he went up there. And then that's when I started trying to connect the dots myself. I said, the issue with Bronny wasn't that big. Come on now. And Bruce, you're supposed, and I'll use air quotes, supposed to be a LeBron hater.
I am not.
Come on. Wait a minute. You said and everybody kind of like, well, the kid didn't play good, then he played well. Come on.
I hear you. But I'm gonna let you go, Sid Bubba. We're gonna move on, man. Right, great call, man. I appreciate you. Thanks so much.
All right, then. IG.
Yeah, that was a good one. Sid Bubba, he definitely gave me some different perspectives and different things to think about. I agree with a lot of what he said, pretty much all of it. Any last thoughts on this topic before we move on? Oh, hold on. Let's get Steve. Steve's calling. Steve, what's going on, man? Good morning.
Good morning, Bruce. What up, G?
Steve, what's going on, bro?
Not much, bro. Where that purple paint?
Hands on.
Bruce outshined you a couple weeks ago, man. You got them purple walls. That look good. Hey,
what you got,
just wanted to call because I shout out Sid. We were going back and forth in the chat respectively. I agree with Sid on his breakdown of this, and I will go back and look at that video he just told me that Whitlock shared. Now, I just got premise. I don't watch Whitlock like that. I agree there's times he has some good points, especially around Stephen A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Whitlock kind of turned me off a while back for my personal belief perspective. He's not the most welcoming to Catholics. He said some things where I kind of I'm turned off. But shout out to Sid. I will check that video out because I'm not really up to date on a lot of Whitlock's content.
Mm-hmm.
But to grant Sid and all of his points as far as using Bronny as a pawn, so to speak, as far as there was build up behind this, I grant all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think it's a power play of narrative. In my perspective, I think it's LeBron kind of publicly flexing on one of the hierarchy of the media, sports media world, where he's going to publicly, I don't know if bully's the right word, but it's almost like a flex. Let people know it's like, hey, you step out of line,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of the context. I'm LeBron. I control what happens within media. I think he had something similar on Twitter with Kendrick Perkins, where he didn't follow him or unfollowed him or something. Kendrick may have said something. So this is a behavior pattern we can recognize with LeBron and his ability to influence narratives and control certain voices within sports media.
Yes.
Now, grant all that with Sid, the build up, the context that's deeper than the surface level. I kind of want to talk about the surface level of it, where it's I do have to hold LeBron to account for the words that came out of his mouth to Stephen A. Using Bronny as a potential pawn in this, which I would agree, but still, the way a father addressed this, I have to talk about it because I think it's an effeminate way to try to protect your son, who's now a grown man, and he's engaging in his professional career. Now we can talk about the context of we probably know LeBron got his son drafted, but the point being is we're here now. LeBron is a professional athlete.
That's right.
He is a grown man. And this idea that you're going to go publicly, scrutinize another man for doing his job. And let's be honest, I don't think Stephen A. said anything out of bounds regarding Bronny. In fact, anytime he addresses the situation, he's got to go in a preamble, pretty much kick LeBron's ass, and tell him you're a great father and all that.
Yeah.
So it's I don't think Stephen A. was out of bounds with any of his actual job requirement of critiquing and maybe some pushback towards Bronny. So this idea that you have to go out, it's almost like we talked a little bit, directly when I was messaging you. It's this is overbearing mother behavior, where it's you have to go out and protect your cub. It's no, dude. You signed him up for this.
That's right.
You put him in the public spotlight.
Yes.
You used your leverage to get him in this team. Your tweets of the past are pretty much saying that your son belongs here and that he can outcompete a lot of these other professional guys in the NBA. So it's you can't have it both ways. And this idea that you have to now go out and defend your son and put on a circus like this in the middle of a timeout. I mean, it's just a very bad look in my worldview, in my perspective. Now, granted, I am not a father. I had a father. I had a grandfather. I was grown up to the idea where it's you're a man, dude. You're going to have to fight the world. This is you. I've done what I could to train you, to raise you to fight these battles. It's not on me to protect you anymore. You're your own man. And that's kind of how I interpreted this interaction, where it was LeBron's his own man. But the problem is now LeBron is going to put even more of a target on Bronny by doing something public like this, where it's is Bronny his own man? Is he still just daddy's kid? Is this daddy daycare? What's going on here? It's just not a good look from my worldview, from my perspective. But yeah, that I agree with Sid as far as the deeper context. But I just kind of wanted to talk about the surface level, what we've witnessed, and you kind of have to hold LeBron's word. You have to hold him accountable. It's well, this is what was said. Even if he used Bronny as a pawn, which I think he's already done that with his professional career, but if he's going to use Bronny as a pawn in this incident with Stephen A., I think we can address the surface level and how this is viewed, where it's like, this is just not a good look as a father. Now, it's not to say he's not a bad guy. I'm not condemning him. He's raised his kids. He's a married man. God bless him. Like, that's all fantastic.
Right.
I'm not criticizing, condemning anything like that. But it's like, now we have to go into the context where Bronny is a grown man. This is his career. You can't go to battle for your son with everything that anybody says. You got to let your son be his own man. But that's how I interpreted the interaction at the surface level. But the deeper context, shout out to he made some great points.
Great points. Yeah. I appreciate the call, Steve, man. Thank you for your thoughts. Definitely good stuff there.
Yeah. All right, guys. You guys have a great day. I'll be in a chat for a little bit, but I got a church function I got to go to here shortly. So I'll be in the chat for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Right,
enjoy that, brother.
Guys.
All right, good stuff from Steve. And the final thing I'll say about that, when he was talking about, raising his son and preparing him to face the world, I did think it was interesting because Nino called in on this topic yesterday. And one of the things that he said that I also hadn't considered is being that LeBron pretty much was raised without, a proper father figure, that he's now overcompensating and dealing with his own sons. And I thought that's interesting. I hadn't considered that either. I guess it's hard to sometimes to look outside your own upbringing and understand what somebody else may be facing and how it affects their behavior, So,
I get that, man. But at the same time, there's a lot of parents there's a lot of people grew up without parents, man. Their grandmother, their grandfather. I think honestly, man, I was looking at this because we gotta look at it always. That is a really, really great point that Nino brought up as well. Steve brought up a whole bunch of really, really good points. I think it's a flip in the narrative. 50,000 points. I keep going back to it. Right, he was getting hammered. 50,000 points. You would think LeBron would have 21 championships. The way people, talk about him. 4-10 in the finals. Like all these nerds, and now you got 50,000 empty calories. I can't say they all empty. Maybe 20,000 of them are empty calories. But and so now you flip the script and it's like, leave my son's name out your mouth. And it's beef that was cooking like 10 years ago, unless he already knew that, Stephen A is going on the Skip Bayless show. And he's just like, hey, look, when you go on the show, keep my son's name out of it. That would probably make more sense.
I didn't think about that either.
That would make more sense than, right now in the middle of the game, you like,
right. I'm going to just run over here and curse this dude out.
It didn't make sense. So
maybe
now
you spitting, bro. You spitting. So this is crazy. The more we delve into this and think about it, the more angles we're seeing of, all type of nefarious plots and whatnot. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I didn't even think about that. He might, hey, you go over there, you better keep skipping line, right? No, that's a great point. I hadn't thought of that either.
I don't know, man. I have no idea.
Right. None of us know, but I do
billionaire
think
talk
as well. Yeah.
Billionaire talk is soft,
Facts.
man.
Facts. I got Laker Nation on the line. Let's hear what he got to say, and then we'll move on to the next topic. Laker Nation, good morning.
I'll keep it brief.
Because I know I'm going to hear from you on that third topic. But anyway, go ahead.
Shut up. Steven said pretty much hit some good points. So this is what already was said don't need to be explained again. But I would. Only reason. Sorry, damn. Only reason why I called in was because you said maybe it's because he didn't grow up with a father figure and all that. Got a little pushback on that. There's a lot of men that grew up without their fathers that grew up to be, stand-up guys and handle their business. It's the mindset of the individual and how they move. So it's basically him. It's just the moves that he, that he made. Some males need a male role model, need a mentor. I'm not sure if he had one when he was growing up, or if he had. But I feel like that's probably one of the things that he did. That he probably needed, and he probably look at it as he don't want them to go through all of that
that he went through. I guess he calls himself protecting them. Which is a father's, main thing is try to,
absolutely
try to protect you. You try to protect your youngsters from going through what you went through. But at the same token, disclaimer, can't fault a parent for thinking like that. But if you look at it, most of the best lessons that we've learned in life was from us going through those types of situations. That made us grow versus what parents, mentors told us what not to do. Just saying.
No, I hear you on that. And I'm not going to, this could be a much deeper conversation, but I'll just keep it simple in that I don't want it to appear as if I'm saying that if you didn't have a father or father figure in your life, you can't be successful or be a stand-up guy. That's not what I'm saying. But every statistic shows, every metric shows that having a nuclear 2-parent household with a mother and a father, children turn out better. Every statistic shows that, every metric shows that even in a situation of single parenthood, children raised by the father turn out better than children raised by the mother in a single parent environment. So clearly a father is absolutely essential. And, the modern world wants to push this narrative that it's not, but that's just not the case. But anyway, we could go down that rabbit hole, and this show is not for that, but I'm just saying.
I took psychology in college, so I know the statistics.
Right.
But what I will say before I let you go, I didn't say this yesterday, was Stephen A. kind of brought this on himself too. He's been, calling for the smoke for the last 30 years. He's been telling athletes, like, where I'm at. I'm not hard to find.
That's true.
Pull up.
Great point.
So
yeah, great point.
LeBron pulled up.
He sure did. He does always say that. That's a great point. What's up, G?
He do say that.
He really?
We got to
really
stop all
pull
this.
up. Man, LeBron better drop that bag off to Stephen A. and Skip Bayless, man. They gonna dissect their whole family, bro. That's 2 of the biggest voices in the league in sports.
But you know what though, LeBron, I always say it. LeBron, his whole thing is no such thing as bad publicity. So it's like you said, as long as they in the cycle, he doesn't care. He gonna make it look like he cares, but as long as he in the cycle, as long as people talking about me, that one there made me the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
But I got one more. I had one more top thing I had to say about Bron, but I guess I'll save it for later. Let's still keep moving. It's about him mimicking Jordan's moves. Like it's like every move that he made mimic Jordan's moves. So I guess I'll discuss that. G looks like I'm speaking nonsense.
No. I'm trying to figure out what you're referring to. Go ahead. Say that again.
Like Bron's moves that he's been making since he came in the league was trying to mimic Jordan. Since day one.
Well, he couldn't do it like another guy, but anyway.
Well, it's wearing the number, calling himself the chosen one. They called Jordan baby. I'm gonna say baby Jesus, Black Jesus. From
powder toss, all that.
From the powder toss. From the entertainment, doing Space Jam. Jordan starting his own brand. They both signed with Nike. Jordan branching off from Nike, started his own empire. Bron branching out, starting his own media empire. Both guys hired people that they comfortable with to help run their company. There's too many similarities in their in his moves for somebody to not wanting to be on that mantle.
Yeah, big facts. Mike definitely
like all his moves he they're pre-calculated.
Yeah, no. Mike definitely laid the blueprint for not only LeBron but a lot of players. You had to follow that. That was a natural path to success. But I think where he fell short was he wasn't able to, and from a monetizing his brand, I think he definitely doing a really good job, probably like top 10 when it comes to following that blueprint. But then if you look at like just the wins, right? He didn't win enough. And I think if he would have won enough, that would have propelled his career a little bit more, man. Like, he would have been able to step over Jordan as like having that blueprint. I think any business model you can follow, and but you also have to win, right? I think that's why the Jordan brand was able to make so much money.
That's what it came down to. The winning and the dominance on the floor. And LeBron, he doesn't have that no matter how much stats he puts up. But yeah, Laker Nation, we're gonna go ahead and
let me get off, man. So
we're gonna roll to this next time.
Appreciate you, bro.
Your second favorite player in the league, Jokic.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, we'll talk, man. Thank you for the call. I appreciate you. If you guys are in the chat and you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe. We only got 7 likes and 23 in the chat, so let's try to even those out, man. Hit those likes for me, please. All right, let's go ahead and let's go right to it. Let's get to the next topic, man. Wrong. My bad, y'all. We gotta, and I'll put that back up in a second. I want to give Nikola Jokic, a guy who I've been hard on, many times on this channel, who I've been tough on, I should say, many times on this channel. I gotta give him his due for something amazing that he did the other night. I think it was Friday night. Now I'll add a little context later, but I will give him his due. He became the first player in NBA history, as he creates more history, to register a triple-double of at least 30 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists in a single game. I think that's freaking crazy.
Just test him.
Say again?
He need to be tested. He need to be tested. He need to be drug tested, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, dog.
He's just doing crazy stuff, man. 31 points, 21 rebounds,
Crazy
22 assists. So let's keep this in mind, too. The 22 assists, not only is he the first 30-20-20 triple-double in history, he's also the first to ever record a triple-double in each half of the same game. So he did that, which is also absurd. And he now has the most assists in a single game ever by a center. And I think he broke the great Wilt Chamberlain's record. Wilt Chamberlain had 21, I believe. So now he has 22. So incredible game. They beat the Phoenix Suns 149-141 in overtime, and just absolutely phenomenal. What are your thoughts on his ability to do this before we kind of get into some other stuff? What are your thoughts?
I mean, we saw the 30-20s be thrown around a lot, right? By a lot of players. Kevin Love. I mean, just a lot of players. You don't see that other 20 assists on the other end of it, right? Like, that's like some ultimate playmaker shit. Like, we was talking about Vadi, like how other international players would have the assists, man. It's like this dude was listening. It was like, oh yeah, I can do that too.
Right.
I can do that. I can do that as well. I can rebound too. Like I'm definitely a walking bucket. But now I'm a playmaker. Still nothing on the defensive side, right? But
nope.
But you know what I'm saying? 31 and 22 assists, man. That's
still crazy.
That's
still
crazy, man.
No,
rebounds, they're gonna fall in his hand, but that assist, points and assists right there, man. That's crazy. That's wow. Yeah, hats off to him, man. I joke about the drug testing and shit like that.
Right.
I mean, but goodness gracious, though, man. Like
whoa. Sid Bubba, you're lying. You're lying. No. You know who it is. Come on, man. No. He's not more skilled than Hakeem. Not defensively or offensively. I'll give it to you. He can shoot the three, and he's a great passer.
That stat line crazy, bro.
It is.
That stat line crazy, man.
Guess what? Show me that when he gets a quadruple double. Because now you got to put the defense in, whether it's steals or blocks. Show me that. Then I'll be impressed. Dream did that. He'll never do that. Because he don't defend. So then, right? We always look at it. Oh, he can shoot the three and he can pass. He's so skilled. Okay, cool. No, you said Kareem. You said Kareem, said Bubba. No, he's not making a good point, Edward.
He changed it, bro. He changed it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But yes, what's going on, Drama Therapy? Good to see you, brother. See, and this is Edward. You see this comment here? You see this comment from Drama Therapy. He's a modern day Sabonis. This is what I talk about. There is no player that we see today that we've never seen before. The closest player today that we can say we've never seen before is probably LeBron. But there's no other player that we can say we've never seen before. Not Wemby, not Jokic, none of these dudes. Because we've always seen some iteration of them previously. And we got to be honest about that. Yes, is what Jokic did incredible? Absolutely. That's the first thing we said. We got to give this dude his flowers. Not just the 30 points, not just the 20 rebounds, because like G said, we've seen 30-20s all across NBA history. A lot, right? There's a lot of those. But you're talking about the 22 assists. That's the crazy part. Now, what's one of the things I say? About Jokic and his incredible offensive production? Somebody remind me. It's a lot easier when you save energy because you don't play defense, right? When you don't have to play defense, you got a lot more energy to do things on the offensive end. Is that true? That's true. Somebody tell me that's not true, and I'll know you're lying. I'll know you don't know anything about ball. A lot more energy when you literally stand in the paint and watch dudes go to the rim. Literally watch them, and then you just get the inbounds and go do your thing. Oh, you already know, Edward. You already know. It's a lot easier when you don't play defense. Come on, man. We got to be honest here. Now, here's the other question. I'm going to ask you, G. Do you know who was the opposing center in Jokic's historic 30-20-20 game? Do you know who the opposing center was?
Oh,
I don't. That's the point. This is what I'm saying. Is Jokic a beast? Yes. But competition has to matter. I know y'all hear me say that a lot. Competition has to matter. And when you're
NBA,
going up against,
it's the NBA.
I get it, but when you're Jokic and I'm defending you, you're gonna get busy. So like let's stop it. Oh, Bol, who played 14 minutes, 2 of 6, 1 of 5 from 3. So that was the opposing center. And Bol is nice, no doubt. But again, let's be real. We have to be honest here. When you're
man, they need to take his badge, man.
Who's that?
Bol.
My man tried to check into the facility.
Yeah, they need to take his badge, bro.
Right. You let this dude make history on you? No, but in all seriousness, I think there's a difference. I don't really watch international ball. But I know how great Sabonis was. You know what I'm saying? I'm aware of that. I know how great Sabonis was. I know how great Dino Raja was, Vlade Divac, all these dudes. But the point I'm trying to make, and again, it's always the same thing with me. 2 things can be true, guys. 2 things can be true. And so is Jokic an elite offensive player? Yes. Is Jokic going to go down as one of the best centers of all time because what he's been able to do, especially if he wins a little more? Yes. But is the competition that he's playing against going to be held against him? When you start moving into all-time great discussions, you have to look at everything, and competition gotta matter. It has to. Like, I don't understand for the life of me why that's such a hot take or why people go at you when you say that. You know what? At the end of this topic, Edward, I want you to call in. I want to hear from you. Yeah, absolutely, said Bubba. Drazen was a dog. And unfortunately, he was another one who played in the wrong era. Can you imagine Drazen playing today? Gee, Petro would kill today, wouldn't he?
Petro, yeah.
Yeah, he was a monster. Okay, Edward, cool. I'm going to wait for your call at the end of this segment. Yeah, Drazen would kill today. But the point is, again, 2 things can be true because Jokic is an animal, right? Jokic is killing. But when there's no competition, when Embiid's not in the league, who else you going to deal with? Gobert's a 4-time defensive player of the year, but Gobert is not coming out to the top of the circle to guard you. So, he's a traditional defensive center. He's not playing that way.
Did KD not play?
Yeah, he played. He had 29.
Yo, the score was 149 to 141, bro.
Overtime.
Nobody playing defense.
Nah, not really. Transformer, what's going on, man? What's going on? Good to see you. We were just talking about Jokic and his incredible 30-20-20 historical game the other night. Not only is he the first 30-20-20 triple-double in NBA history, he's also the first triple-double in NBA history to record a triple-double in each half of the same game. And he also now holds the record for most assists in a single game by a center. So we were giving him his flowers, and we were discussing the reality that when you don't play any defense, you got a lot more energy to do things on offense. And we were discussing the reality that when you have no real opposition at the center position, it's less impressive. That's what we were talking about, Transformer. Yeah. So let's look at this.
30 years old too.
Yeah, I mean, he's a beast. I was telling Edward about this yesterday because we always arguing about Jokic, right? And yes, again, let me say this was an incredible, phenomenal, record-setting historical feat, right? But what I told him, I said, now, he's going against Bol doing this. I said, let's go back to the 1995 Western Conference Finals. Spurs versus Rockets. Newly crowned league MVP, David Robinson, right? I think he led the league in scoring that year. He's a two-time defensive player of the year, block shots leader, rebounds leader, all that, right? D-Rob, top 10 big man, Hall of Famer, Dream Teamer, cool. Dream averaged 35, 12, 5, and 4 against him for that series. Demolished him on a level that we've never seen an all-time great get demolished for an entire series before. Destroyed him, right? Cool. I'm trying to tell Edward that's way more impressive than seeing what Jokic did against Bol because of the level of competition. And Edward is not understanding that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody correct me. Level of competition has to matter. Yes, I said less impressive, Edward. Yes. Doesn't mean it's not impressive, but less impressive. Yes. Let's try this, Edward. If Bruce Hope, host of the Format Podcast, somehow is out there on an NBA court, I win some competition or something, right? And the late great Kobe is still alive, right? And they say you get to play Kobe 1-on-1, right? And Kobe skunks me, 21 zip, which I'm sure would be. And that would probably happen in about 3 minutes. I'm sure that would be the end result, right? But anyway, Kobe smokes me 21 zip. Is that impressive to you? Is it?
I can tell you this, man. Like, if I had to play Jokic, and he wouldn't get this stat line. You know why? He wouldn't finish the game, bro. Like, there's no way somebody putting up 20, 20, and 31. No, hell no.
Call the coroner. Absolutely, Kareem. Absolutely. Petro would be a monster today.
I'm fouling
no question. Bro. And see, that's the thing, Kareem. Great point. Competition, it has to matter. And we've gotten so far away from that in the modern NBA because all the modern NBA cares about and points to and really tries to what's the word? They point to stats all the time, right? That's the main thing that they're always pushing. And that's what they market is stats. That's why with LeBron, the push is always for the stats, while ignoring the fact that all-time leader in missed shots, all-time leader in turnovers, right? We're going to ignore that. We're going to ignore the fact that LeBron is minus 20 on this season in plus minus. We're going to ignore that, right? Because stats. So, I mean, we gotta look at everything within the realm of context. All right. Let's go. Let's G, do you have anything to add before we open these lines up? I want to hear from Edward. I definitely want to hear from him.
Nah, 30, 20, and 20 is crazy, man.
It is crazy. It is. And I admit that.
Hope we never see it again.
It'll be a lot less crazy the next time, right?
Yeah.
It's always crazier the first.
Defense. Let's be for real.
Right. Facts. All right, let's go. We opening up the phone lines. You all know the number.
In the passing lane or nothing, bro. It's like you out there playing with somebody with no arms and shit.
Oh my gosh.
Arms.
Yeah, crazy. All right, I'm waiting for the calls, y'all. Let's do this. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please click that like button. It really helps YouTube know that people are enjoying the show, and it'll push it out more. You know, it's all about the algorithm thing. Let's go. Edward, what's good, man?
Hey, yo.
Turn that down in the background. It's echoing.
Oh, I ain't got. You said it's echo.
Okay, it stopped now. Go ahead.
Okay, man. First of all, let me tell you fellas, good morning. I'm gonna
Good
pull
morning,
up like
sir.
Gucci. I'm gonna pull up like Gucci had said, geez, I ain't scared of nothing no smoke when you call me out. Anyway, Bruce.
Yes, sir.
We know you are a historic. I get it, bro. And yeah, I'm gonna call, Joke out in that defense when he did, when he played Milwaukee. However, you play who's in front of you. Simple yes or simple no?
Yes.
Okay then. So why is it his fault that he's killing Bobo and Nick Richards or whoever's in front of him, and he's putting up these numbers?
It's not.
Because of the competition. I mean, okay, the competition does matter, but you play who's in front of you. Hey, it's not their fault. Hey, it's not his fault. They can't stop him.
That's true. But that wasn't my point. That wasn't my point.
But okay, but hey, there's not no big man like it was in 1986.
Correct. But you're making my point for me, so carry on.
I know that.
you walk right into the trap.
I'm making your point. I'm not walking in no trap, but you're just saying like basically he's not impressive to you. Like, how's that not
No. That's not what I said. Please don't misquote me, Edward. You've been around long enough. I didn't say that. I said what he does is less impressive because the degree of difficulty is lower, and because without playing defense, you have a lot more energy on offense.
Okay, I get it. I know that he don't play that much of defense, but hey,
no, he doesn't. No. Say it with me. He plays no defense. No. Say it with me. He plays no defense. Then we can continue. Say it.
Which part?
He plays no defense. Then we can continue.
Fields isn't as part of defense.
He doesn't play defense. Hey. No. Did you see what Jaylen Brown was doing to Luka last night? And we'll get to that later, Laker Nation.
You mean Jayson Tatum, sir? But yeah, we most definitely get that.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, because I know what you saw with JT. Hey, give your boy some love, all right?
Oh, definitely. But I'm talking about Jaylen Brown getting in the crouch and ripping Luka. Yeah. But anyway,
yeah, absolutely.
Right, that's the point.
Also Al Horford. But hey, that's on the next topic. Yeah, but anyway, man, he doesn't play defense, man. I cannot give you all this that he plays one side of the ball because that's not. No,
that is true.
No, Bruce, he's number 4 still, man. Number 4. How could you not play no defense?
Let me ask you this, right? If we're both on the same team, you, me, and G on the same team, right? And I poke the ball away, I get the deflection, and you come up with the ball. You get that steal. You know that, right?
Well, technically,
he's not ripping anybody, bro.
Huh?
He's playing passing lanes. He's not ripping anybody. I'm not saying steals aren't important because they literally take the ball from the other team. But let's be honest, he doesn't defend anybody. Come on.
Well, especially I can't go, full credit. I gotta be non-biased. Like I said, that when on that Tayshaun, Torian Prince, when he played the Milwaukee Bucks, he just gave up 2 threes and a dunk. So
it's not just that game. It's not just that game.
Yeah, but
matter of fact, aren't the Nuggets playing OKC today at 1:00, right?
Well, my time is 12, but yeah.
Okay. So we'll watch and we'll see. We'll see if he plays any defense. I can tell you he won't, but we'll see.
Oh Bruce, man, hey, man, come on, man. It's Sunday, bro. Come on, man.
Look, end of the day, all I'm trying to say, Edward, and you're missing the point that I gave him his flowers for an incredible record-setting historical game.
You gotta bring the negativity.
I have to bring context and weigh both sides. Yes, I do. Yes. Hey, because when you start talking about how he's an all-time great this and an all-time great that, well, okay, now you're opening the door for these comparisons. You're opening the door. And he's not better than D-Rob, and he's not better than Ewing, and he's not better than Dream. He's not better than Kareem. He's not better than Walton, Wilt, or Mr. Russell. So at the very least, he's the 7th best center.
1995, Bruce, this is the This is 2025, bro.
That's fine. But when you start talking about someone's historical place, that's when you have to start comparing them to all the other people. You can't.
We gotta go. I can't wait, man. What's this museum that you got opening up right now, man?
You're a funny dude. You're a funny dude, Edward.
Hey, but,
that's good. I like
show,
that.
Man.
That was good.
A good show. Hey, yo, I'm waiting on this next topic.
Yeah.
I don't know why my brother Transformer not on.
Man,
he must be ducking.
Nah, man, he had to defend our great nation. Come on, man. He got to do his duty.
Well, like the nation, he should have been on this next topic. Pull up on the screen like how y'all try to throw me out.
He probably didn't want that.
Man, have a good. Yeah, but hey, man, JT better get his flowers today, Gino.
Yes. I did. I gave him his flowers. You missed that part. You just didn't.
I'm talking about your other co-host, man.
Oh, Tatum? Yeah, he ain't gonna do that.
Hey, yo, man, yo. Okay, I'm waiting to listen on.
No doubt. Let's get it,
fellas, man.
All right, appreciate you, brother.
All right.
Great call from my man Edward. Great call. All right, let's go ahead and get to it, man. Let's do this. Yeah, here we go. This is the one I've been waiting for, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and open it up, man. Lakers and Celtics last night. So obviously, last time the Lakers and the Celtics played, the Lakers put foots in them in Los Angeles, as Shannon Sharp likes to say, put foots in them, and we had to scurry back home, tail between our legs, all the way back to the East Coast. And I will say this: I actually was going to wear my Celtics hoodie this morning on the show, but I said, "Nah, I'm gonna try to be a little impartial, a little objective. I'm having a hard time doing that, as you can see, but at least I didn't put the Celtics hoodie on." But, G, I'm going to let you start off this topic, man. What did you think of this game last night? What did you see from the Celtics and the Lakers? Talk to me, man.
Yeah, I was LeBron got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of figured the game was going to go to the Celtics early on. I don't know, man. Like, I turned it off. There you have it. I turned it off.
So I'll tell you this: Transformer and Laker Nation will enjoy hearing this. When the Lakers got going early, I'm really like sitting there and I'm annoyed watching this game. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Are you just gonna watch these dudes shoot open corner threes, huh? Are you just not gonna get out in transition defense? Okay, you just gonna let these dudes do whatever they want, and I'm gonna have to get on here tomorrow and hear Laker Nation and hear Transformer talking greasy, and then they got back in the flow. So I feel a lot better about that. But no, watching that game, I think a number of things stood out to me. So I think that when Tatum and Brown are on their game together, that's obviously one of the most dangerous duos in the league, right? Luka and LeBron, obviously, Tatum and Brown and Giannis and Dame Lillard. Though I think those are the three best 1-2 punches in the league when they get their game going on together, right? And so I'm looking at this and I'm like, I love the way Tatum played. Like, he got going with some aggression, but I'll keep saying the same thing. One way that Tatum really frustrates me, I feel like too often he settles for the three. He can shoot the three, and I know that's a staple of the Celtics offense, but too often he settles for it when you can see there's very few dudes in the league who can stay in front of him when he decides to put it on the floor and go to the rim, especially with, the way the Celtics shoot so many threes, that the lane is almost always open, right? He has a lot of space to operate. So I'm like, and this is, I guess, not just a Tatum thing, but a kind of modern NBA thing, but especially Tatum. I'm like, stop bailing the defense out with early threes in the shot clock, right? And you know this, G. And it drives me nuts. And then also watching, there's too many times, whether it's Tatum or Brown in the Celtics offense, these guys come down, there's not enough ball and body movement. There's a lot of either pull up for three early in the shot clock or, do something ISO and miss it. And I'm like, you guys are incredibly talented offensive players, but can we really like execute some real offense? Like, the Celtics have the guys to be able to utilize ball and body movement to get better shots. And it really frustrates me a lot, man. Transformer, great point. He says Luka got bullied by Brown, got him out of his element. Reeves got to round back into rhythm, and boy, did we miss Hayes. I was reading about it and I was watching this game. I was reading about stuff this morning, and I guess all of a sudden Jackson Hayes is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Shaquille O'Neal for the Lakers. Man, get the hell out of here, Jackson Hayes. Yeah, he's a young, athletic pogo type guy, but if that's your difference maker, give it up. Y'all should be real worried. Come on, stop it. Boy, did we miss Hayes. Come on now. Let me say this. Luka and Bron, there is no way 197-year-old Al Horford should be guarding either one of y'all with any success. Y'all need to be embarrassed off of that. That is not supposed to happen. No. Gee, man, give me some more of your thoughts on this. This is specifically what I want to hear from you from the Celtics perspective here. And then I'll get back into more of the game stuff. Tatum and Brown, I want your honest assessment on what you thought of those guys last night. Who performed better, what you thought of it. Because I think go ahead, I'm sorry.
Tatum, so really, if you look at it, Luka was the biggest loser here today because the Celtics bounced him last year. Right. So he was supposed to have the opportunity to get some get back and with a new team. But what essentially happened was Brown kind of had his number. He had his number yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Porzingis is always going to be hurt. And I think that's the crazy part. But being able to get it done without him, because we saw it last year, like he put up some big numbers, some big minutes, play some big minutes for you guys. Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know, with LeBron being out for maybe 4 to 6 weeks, I don't know what that does to the Lakers.
Is it going to be that bad?
It's a groin.
Oh, yeah, he'd be out for a minute.
Yeah. You can't rush that back.
When you're old, too. That's right.
Yeah. You can't rush that one back, bro.
True. Yeah. You got to. Absolutely.
Yeah.
My bad, guy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just.
Do you think Jaylen Brown is in Luka's head?
It has to be. Jaylen Brown is a superstar, bro. He don't get the push that he deserves, man. That's all. And that just could be one of the smartest guys on the damn court almost every game. Mm-hmm. So of course he's going in there with some level of basketball IQ, and he probably broke his ass down. And like, all right, just the same way Kobe do. But it's gonna come out later on, and you're gonna see they like, man, this dude was really about that life, man. And he's legit. Yeah, we never circled around him. But, man.
Mm-hmm. So I got a couple things here. So Transformer says, lets me know you don't watch the games. No, I get it. What's his name? Hayes is crazy in the pick and roll, going straight to the rim and catching those ollies. He definitely, young athletic. He definitely makes certain things happen in their game, in the transition game and in the half court game. No, I get it. I've watched it. I've seen what they do. But at the same time, we can't act like, oh, he's the difference maker, because Lucas still did his thing, right? Which surprised me because he really started off slowly. So here's the thing. Speaking of Bron, I'm not gonna sit here and say, I'm not gonna insinuate anything. Maybe I am, but I'm not gonna say anything directly. But I find it interesting that the game appeared to be out of hand. LeBron had his numbers, and that's when he goes out. I mean, I don't know. I just thought that was real interesting. He got his numbers, and the game appeared to be out of hand. Now, to Laker Nation's point, Boston should have won by 30. They should have been killing them. But this is, and I told Laker Nation this earlier, this is a bad habit the Celtics have of being up big and letting teams back into it. I don't know what it is with them, letting their foot off the gas and allowing teams to get back into this game. There's no reason the Lakers, with the way the Celtics were playing at one point during that game, should have let that game get back down to 4, and then you need your 2 superstars to close it out. That's not supposed to happen. Now, are the Lakers a really, really good basketball team? Yes, right? Do they have 2 of the best players in the game? Yes. Obviously, Luka was, by then Luka was really heating up, so shout outs to him. But there's no reason Boston should have allowed that. And I'm going to tell you from a basketball standpoint, one of the reasons that happened, right? Here is a big, big problem for me. The Celtics do not put resources to offensive rebounding, and it kills me. The great Pat Riley, right? Architect of one of the greatest teams of all time. You all know, Laker Nation, right? Transformer, right? Showtime Lakers. They believed in getting out and running. They believed in getting back and playing transition defense, but they also believed in what? Hitting the glass. No rebounders, no rings. Excuse me, no rebounds, no rings. And it drives me nuts that the Celtics do not dedicate resources to hitting the glass. It kills me. And I'm like, why? How? Like, if you just rebound, I think they would be super, super dominant if they would commit to really rebounding the basketball. I don't understand for the life of me, like, why there's no concern with that. They're just like, whatever. And I'm like, how is this? You know what I'm saying? You notice that, G, or is it me? You're muted, bro.
I don't follow the Celtics like I used to, man. Like, I really don't. But
okay.
But yeah, I think a lot of things has changed, man, in this game of basketball that we watch and love so much, man.
Yeah.
Teams aren't. They don't build teams like that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They don't build teams like that anymore. I think if Porzingis was there, then you would probably have a better opportunity to get some of those offensive boards. But he's never there. Al Horford,
no, he's never there.
I think at one time Al was getting a whole bunch of offensive boards.
I think it's been a while. Once they realized he can, because one, he's old, but once they realized he can shoot the three with consistency, they're like, we'll give that up for the opportunity for him to be out there.
Old man in the wing.
Yeah, that's a fact. Edward says, Bruce, you gave a hot take. What's that hot take? I'm curious. Lucas starts off faster with him in the game. That's my point. No, that's a good point, Transformer. I just want you to know I do watch the games. I see how they work together. Bron damn near had a triple-double at the half. Relax. Yeah, exactly. He got his numbers. You got it. Let's see. Brown was forcing Luka to turn the ball over repeatedly. Absolutely. I love it. I think he definitely I think he definitely messes with him mentally. So here's a question for you Lakers fans, right? This is not taking a shot, right? LeBron is minus 20 on the season. His plus minus is minus 20. So that's another thing they ignore while touting all of his amazing stats, but they ignore that one. Okay, cool. But he's minus 20 on the year. Here's the question. Do we think that without him letting Luka really run the team and be Luka 100% and everybody else kind of falling in line around him and with him and behind him, that the Lakers can be just as good and make a possible run in the playoffs? I'm curious to know what you guys think about that.
Well, I mean, we talked about it, like them having Austin Reeves connect right now. Now Connect can get some burn while LeBron is healing up. And who else? I don't know. I think they still got weapons. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold that second place, though.
Right. And that is a good point. That is a good point that, I understand you're a Laker fan, Laker Nation, but as a fan of the Lakers, that's what I was kind of asking, is how do you think that absence would affect the team? And do you think they'll be able to have real success with just Luka being the main guy? But to that point, when I asked that question, I did forget about Austin Reeves and how he's killing. And that's going to allow him to step up even more with him and Luka. Yeah. That might be very interesting. Transformer says, and we'll talk about this later when we get the opportunity to do the show where he and I get to really break this down. Absolutely, these guys work great together. The small sample size is showing it. Injury bug is getting us a low, but we will manage. Okay, cool.
And you get Bronny another chance to kind of shine.
Yeah, Bronny. So you still will have LeBron James. You just get you'll still have LeBron. You just won't have the LeBron. You'll have a LeBron. That's a good one. That's a good one, G. Oh man, he gets hurt during our toughest stretch of the season. Hey, he got his 50,000. He got his numbers. He's good. Keep Bronny out of this. Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna get a knock on the door. It's gonna be some 6'9" freak. Like,
maybe that was the sign up, man. That was it. That was it. Man. That was the whole setup right there, man.
Oh, Dominique, good morning. Good morning. You want Bronny to get more playing time. Why? What do you think he's going to be able to do on this level? We know what he can do in the G League. What do you think he's going to be able to do on this level? But yeah, let's see. I'm getting to it, Edward. Hold on, bro. We're getting to it, man. Yes, Jaylen Brown deserves a lot of love. He's a beast. He's a beast. All right, now let's do it. So Tatum, watching this guy. Now, like I said, my biggest issue with him is often bailing out the defense by just taking a three. Yes, he can shoot it, but he's also got mid-range. He can go to the rim. Tatum killed last night. Would you say that, G, or no?
Yeah, 41.
Right. So yeah, 40, 12, and 8, if I'm not mistaken, right? So he got busy, and him and Brown closed the show together. So it's not like he disappeared in the fourth quarter. So we got to give him some credit for that, at least for last night. At least for last night. Be More Girl, what's going on? What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Make sure you all hit that like and subscribe button if you have not. Transformer, you don't want LeBron on the floor with Luka? I thought you wanted LeBron and Luka on the floor, man. What's going on? Come on, man. Transformer. Nah, that doesn't sound good. Transformer don't want LeBron and Luka on the floor, G. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, but back to Jayson Tatum,
Pseudo
right?
LeBron. Pseudo LeBron.
Right. Oh my gosh. Oh my, what? Laker Nation, what? All right, but seriously, back to Jayson Tatum. No, Jayson Tatum got busy last night. One of the big knocks that we hear on him a lot of times is that for his talent, he doesn't show up in the fourth quarter as much as he should in the late game situations, right? And I will say that last night he did that, right? He and not just him, obviously, he and Tatum were just, they worked extremely well together, as they often do, but in the in the clutch.
In the clutch.
In the clutch, they did. They played the way they were supposed to. So, and what I love also is, by the way, you guys, please hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. But yeah, what Tatum was able to do is he played just as well on the offensive end as he did on the defensive end, right? He played great defense last night as well. We saw him in times when he got switched off on Luka. We saw him playing good defense against LeBron. Getting key blocks, stopping possessions, rebounding. So really doing all the things. And so when you look at what Tatum has been doing all season long, a lot of people have him like third or fourth in their MVP discussion. And he should be a top 5 MVP candidate. Is he going to win it? No. Is he going to win it? No. But he absolutely should be in the discussion because he is one of the best players in the league. That's one of the things I've been saying for a long time. But is he an MVP guy? No. Is he a guy that can be the face of the league and carry the league? No. But that shouldn't be an issue, right? He's still he's still an elite player. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely respect how good he is. But yeah, where are you on Tatum this season? Like, where do you think he should kind of be in terms of where he stacks up in the NBA? Do you think he should be an MVP candidate? Do you think he's a top 10 player in the league this year? What do you think?
Spider before Tatum.
Why do you say Spider before Tatum? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just asking.
No, he clutch. I think he rallies around his team. He's the alpha on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that Tatum isn't. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say Tatum isn't.
Mm-hmm.
I just for me, like I kind of look at things from the perspective of like, who can I give the ball to in the clutch, and and I know if I'm drawing up a play, I know they're gonna make it. I'm gonna lean towards Spider before I lean towards Tatum, because I know that, like, at the end of the day, Tatum's probably gonna have a still 40 ball stat line, but in this NBA, like, sometimes it's about controlling those possessions, man. Like when you get your 40. So for me, that's absolutely why I kind of like I like Tatum, but he just don't have that clutch gene yet.
I'm not mad at that. That's fine. Yeah. And he has had some moments throughout his career, but I think for his talent, it hasn't been often enough. I can agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And I think to your point, so here's let's say this. Do you
But I
think
didn't
that?
answer your question. I didn't answer your question. The question
I
was, where
apologize.
do I put him?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I didn't. I gotta answer the question.
No. Go ahead. I just forgot to ask you that part.
If we talking about this year,
this year,
and top 15.
15.
Top 15.
Not top 10.
I mean, maybe top 15, no order.
You're a funny dude, G.
No, really, it depends on.
Would you put him in the MVP discussion at all?
Can't.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I can't.
I think he's top 5 in the MVP discussion. Towards the bottom of it, but I think he's in there.
We don't mention towards the bottom.
I mean, if you're a top 5 MVP candidate, I think that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, but yeah, so let me ask you this. Do you feel like him having Jaylen Brown pretty much for the entirety of his career has maybe, I don't want to use the word stunted, but kind of he's been able to lean on that in clutch situations and that has slowed down his development in those spots because he's got another guy who's almost as good as him?
No. I just think they know their roles and they feed off of each other, right?
Okay.
I think they know who is when it comes to clutch. Or it could be not even that. It could just be could really just be who's checking who, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really know a whole lot of really good clutch threes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they out there. Robert Horry was definitely one. I mean, there's a lot of them, but in this league right now, like I don't know, I can't really name a whole bunch of them, but
okay.
But yeah, when it comes to the Celtics, I think JB, Tatum, and then everybody else, right? So that's just still your 1-2 punch. And these guys they won a chip and made a lot of money with this tandem. And I think if they split up, then we'll really probably get to see a Tatum that takes over in the fourth quarter. But right now, he just kind of like he's pacified.
I don't want him to split up. Like there's no need for that. And I find it so interesting that for years, everybody's been trying to split those guys up. Like they're obviously ignoring the noise, but like why?
Not even putting them on a Shaq and Kobe level, right?
No, of course not.
But if we're gonna talk about Kobe was like, all right, I got to get one more than Shaq, right? I mean, and before people was like, oh well, you got Shaq, so it really doesn't matter, right? And they kind of, I hate to bring Kobe in this, man, because for so long, the blasphemy that come out of Tatum mouth,
right.
When it comes to him, but I'm just using that scenario,
I get
right?
it.
Like, yeah, and that scenario is like you still have once you dominate. Now I'm not saying the Celtics is dominating at all, but if they do get to that level where they win 3 and 4 chips, them two boys are gonna be looking at each other like, all right, man, we made a lot of money, but they're giving us more money over here because they still really young.
Yeah.
They're still really young, man, and it's good that they play really good together. It's just I'd like to see, for the amount of publicity that Tatum get, I would like to see him more in that one role versus he kind of tend to lean to the end and like let Jaylen take over.
I think though, this is my opinion. I think most people around the NBA see Tatum as the one on that team. Like when you hear how people talk about it, most people have Tatum as the guy, as the number one.
A lot of people don't know ball though, man. Like if you know ball, you know that Dwayne Wade made his name by being one of the toughest fourth quarter players in the league. Like he made his name so much so that LeBron was like, I want to play with this guy.
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like when it came to these two guys, like Mike, who else you got? Mike, Cole, and Wade even said it. He was like, yo, when I looked on the TV and I seen Cole hoisting that trophy, I was like, nah, I gotta get on the phone. He said he initiated the calls.
No, he said Bron called him, but he said I gotta do something. Yeah. But I get your point though.
Yeah.
Oh, sign with who? Sign with who, Transformer? Oh, damn it. All right, let's see what we got.
Myles Garrett signed. It wasn't us.
Right.
We got the money. It wasn't us though.
Something here.
He probably signed with them.
He's staying in Cleveland. He took the money. Okay, there we go.
It was like $46 million a year, some shit.
Record contract extension that averages $40 million a year, includes $123.5 million in guaranteed money. Now makes him the highest paid non-QB in NFL history. Looks like money will get it done. Because they said he wasn't going to take his money. That was what was reported. All right, we'll get back to this on the last topic on this whip around. All right. Wow, that's huge. Okay. Man, Schefter. Ooh. All right. I'm not gonna say. Okay. We'll get back to that. But yeah. So, thanks for the heads up, Transformer. Appreciate you. Yeah. Well, look, we'll get to that, man. The last topic is NFL whip around. Okay. So here's my last question. I'm not gonna make a comment. I only want people who are not fans of Lakers or Celtics. Which one has the better logo? Somebody tell me. No Laker fans, no Celtics fans. Who's got the better looking logo?
Yo, that's funny.
More objectivity. I'm curious. Gee, you're not a fan of either. What you think? Which one's the better looking logo?
Yeah, I give it to the Celtics.
Anybody else in the chat? If you can only answer if you're not a fan of either team, who has the better looking logo? Matter of fact, I should do a community post on that and do a poll. I think I will. But anyway. Damn, okay. Nobody else. But I'm gonna have to do a poll on that because I'm curious to know what people think about that. The Lakers will dominate the Celtics in the finals. Yeah, okay. It's not that serious. Hey, what's going on, brother? I did not see you here. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Another member of the chat. Shout out. It's not that serious. Another member of the channel. I'm sorry. And he says the Celtics have the better looking logo. Okay. All right. Lakers will dominate the Celtics in the finals. Yeah, okay. No Jackson Hayes. Right. That's what I was saying earlier, Bruce. Apparently Jackson Hayes is now Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Shaq. So, yeah, all right, got it. We didn't have Porzingis. So, Kareem Duncombe says the Celtics have the better looking logo. Wow, no votes for the Lakers yet, huh? Interesting. All right, well, and so y'all know Kareem Duncombe, that's a New York City cat, so I know he's not a Celtics fan. I know that. Okay, all right, well, interesting. All right, let's do this, y'all. We've kind of talked about all the different things. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Let's open up the phone lines. I want to hear y'all's thoughts on this, man. Go ahead, give us a call. Let's get it. Left a message on the first topic. I didn't see that. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that. It's not that serious. Did Braun mysteriously tap out with a mysterious injury? I don't know. I found it interesting, Bruce, though, that happened, after he got his numbers and when the game looked like it was out of reach. But Sid Bubba, what's good, man? What's happening, Chief? Let me hear you. What you got?
Hey, I'm gonna give it up to you today, brother.
Well, you have to today.
Today, your day.
Right. Just like last time was y'all's day. You know what I'm saying?
Last time was mine. I'm gonna give it up today.
That's right.
Man, that was a good game last night.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Laker Nation, I know he gonna add on later on. But,
yes, he is.
He gonna do most of the talking and covering, but that was a great game last night. And those things, that's what the league needs: the rivalry and game.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering why JJ did not start Jackson Hayes because of rim protection and rebounding. Those are things, man. That dirty work. To me, that's the edge. But it was a great game. It was a great game, man. I give it to you guys. And Jaylen Brown, hey, the defense he played on Luka, he was snatching cookies.
Yeah, he was.
So I have to give it to him. And then my boy JT hitting the threes. He was scoring. He was going in there. They did good. But really, the difference was the role guys, man. Old man Al.
Yeah.
Old man Al.
Yeah, he played some real good defense. He was really moving his feet. I was impressed by that.
Old man Al. And then he knew how to play. He was pinning up my boy Reeves, taking him down in the post. And that's kind of where the game was won. There was one on the inside. But, yeah, y'all kicked our tail for a while. But I give JJ credit.
Yeah.
For taking the to firing up the team to get them back.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, so I was pretty pumped on that comeback. So it was a good game. Victor goes to spoils, Bruce.
Absolutely. No, I gotta give JJ Redick credit as well, as much as it pains me. I've had to do it. You've heard me do it before, and I got to do it again here, man. He is much better at this than I presumed he was going to be. I can't even lie. I'm really shocked at how well he's coaching this team, and seemingly how well he's managed to connect with them. And don't get me wrong, he's got a lot of former head coaches on the staff, like we mentioned, but still, I think he's doing a really good job. And I hate that he's doing a really good job, but he is. And being objective, I have to say so. So yeah, credit due, because that game could have gotten away from you guys. And just as much as we let you back in, JJ Redick made some adjustments to help you get back in. So yeah, credit due, man.
And that was the difference between him and D Ham. You got to make those adjustments.
Yeah.
And and the thing with LeBron, I know Laker Nation, I know he mad. I was hurt. He mad and I was hurt when LeBron went down. But if you look at it, when Tatum got him down, when Bron went down, he was a little slow to get back up. So I think that might have been that moment right there. But I would have loved to see him, and then they got that run really without Bron. But I'm looking forward. I'm still hoping it'd be. I still hope we get you guys in the fight.
Well, I think that everybody would love to see that, and I think that's the best thing for the NBA. I mean, I do too. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you heard Tatum afterwards. He's, this was a huge game, and when the Lakers and Celtics are good, it's the best thing for the NBA, and we all know that. Every time these guys meet up, especially now when both teams are really good, it's a thing. So, absolutely.
And not to dismiss OKC,
right, or Cleveland, right.
If they're a young team, and then I want to see how it goes in the playoffs when them young legs can't get up and down. You have to get the grind and the matchups and everything slowed down, and those coaches have to make adjustments. I want to see them. They're going to have to show me that. So, therefore, that's why I kind of give the Celtics the edge in the East, the experience factor.
The experience, yeah.
And same thing with probably either LA or Denver, depending on health. I'm hoping our guys be healthy. So, So, you to the victor goes to spoils, Bruce, on this one.
Well, you know what? You say to the victor goes to spoils, and I'm gonna go
on with battles. Not the war, but the battle.
Right. Well, I'm gonna use something different, and I'm gonna quote some Latin here, and I'm gonna say "Ve victis," and that means "Woe to the conquered."
Woe to the conquered.
Yeah. So for today, I got that. What's up, G?
You got that. I got a question. So given the fact that LeBron might be out for anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. Who would you put in? What do you think your starting five is going to look like going forward?
I hope Rui, though, G. Because he was playing well this year before he got hurt. If he could stay healthy and Luka could play, I think Luka's good enough to hold the ship, I think, if he had Rui up in there. They don't have to do a lot, but if they can, keep the ship afloat, I like Rui. Rui's playing – he was lighting it up for three. He got the size. He don't have to be Bron. He just got to be him with Luka. One thing I love about Luka in this trade, he's going to always suck the defense in. All you got to do is be able to hit the outside shot.
There you go.
I'm hoping we'll hurry up and get healthy, though.
Okay.
All right.
All right, brother, that's about all I got to say.
No doubt.
Defer everything. I know Lakers, they should go come with it. So I'm deferring everything. I would defer everything to the captain.
You're going to come with the excuses, but that's all right, though. All right, Sid Bubba, thank you for the call, Chief. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, man. Kareem Duncombe says that he says that what is this? That the Lakers were a better defensive team under Ham. Yes, on the whole, but we're just talking about this recent stretch, how well they're playing defensively under JJ Redick. So it's not saying that on the whole, for the whole season, they're a better defensive team. That's not what I'm saying. OKC was young in 2012. Cavs in 07 were young. They made it to the finals. Why can't another young? Yeah, no, that's possible. That's possible. I think that it's very I just think that, the league wants to see it, and obviously some people on this show and in this chat want to see it. Lakers and Celtics. Like, you can never lose when you have that finals combination. You know what I'm saying? But I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, OKC is really, really good. I think they're going to win the West. Not quite sure about the Cavs in the East, but they have a legitimate chance to do it. Yeah, I know we got Laker Nation. I'm waiting for you. I'm not hearing any more calls, so go ahead and do it. Bruce, I'm sure you want to call in and got something to say. So let's get it, y'all, so we can go ahead and move on to this last topic and hit the NFL before we get out of here. Anytime now. Because if I move on to the topic, I'm not going to take the call when you call in. So let's go ahead and get it done. I think they're probably behind a little bit, G. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, that's probably what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Right behind. Yeah, it's still a really good game.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, there's Laker Nation. Let's go ahead. Laker Nation, what up?
I was hoping Transformer was going to call first, but I know you want to hear from me.
I know you got something to say.
You want to gloat.
I don't need to gloat. I don't need to. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, gloat. You need a win, man. You had a rough year this year.
I did. But it's 1-1, as it should be, right? It's 1-1 this year, and so we'll see if we can meet up again in the finals, which is what everybody wants to see.
Man, that's what the league wants.
Correct.
They're pushing that narrative. If it happens, all the conspiracy theories.
I ain't worried about that.
Ain't talking about
you talking about Lakers Celtics again? I hope the hell not, man.
They talking about it's gonna be because of the refs and all that shit.
Well, I mean, but it's not like we haven't seen that since 2010, so it's not like it's some regular occurrence.
I mean, it will push numbers. It will push the needle for the
absolutely.
League. Everybody love to see the Lakers.
Not everybody.
Everybody love to see the Lakers against the Celtics, but carry on.
Neither one of them teams.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't twist it.
Mm-hmm. But go on.
Nobody play defense.
This is the biggest recent in the league. It's like the first major rivalry.
Correct.
Going all the way back to even I remember we were the first dynasty this league had back in the George Mikan days. Then Bill Russell's Celtics used to whoop our ass every fucking year.
You know, what can we say?
Yeah, then we miraculously, I don't know how we pulled. I was before I was born, but we pulled Wilt over there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Barry finally got one. Then Bird and Magic. Then Kobe, Shaq. Then now. But yeah, I mean, Bruce. Yeah, I need you to start putting some more respect on Luka's name. Because if it wasn't for that trade,
mm-hmm.
you didn't see AD out. You see Bron's always in and out the lineup. We'd be at the bottom of the fucking league right now. If it wasn't for that trade. So yeah, I need you to put some more respect on Luka's name.
Man, I got plenty of respect for Luka, man.
Man, that man made a difference. But it was one of those up and down roller coaster games. We started off hot. We kept y'all role players in check.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Pritchard and Derek White didn't go off like they did before.
Yeah.
It's just that they came out in the second half. Missoula made a good adjustment, and schools started catching fire. Then Bron checks out with that groin injury, and Luka carried us down the stretch and almost brought us back.
Right.
And it was just it just happened to fall that way. But
it didn't just happen to fall that way. Our guys closed it out.
It just happened to fall that way.
It didn't fall that way. Our guys closed it out.
And we can agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, we can because our guys closed it out. You saw it.
It just fell that way. Like I said.
All right.
And y'all
Carry
got y'all got your the dub that y'all been wanting since when did we play y'all last? No, what was it? November, December? Can't remember. Gotta look it up. You know, we was on y'all brains that long.
It ain't that. Is we weren't gonna let you come in our house and put your feet up. Nah, we weren't gonna do that.
And we own that building, man. Shit. One of our boys got MVP chance in that building. We own that building.
Come on, man. Nah. Kobe, he's just different, man. He doesn't. Come on, man. Stop. Don't do that. I seen the footage, man. I didn't need you to send it. I seen it.
I'll put the footage in the chat. Mm-hmm. We own that building. That's our home away from home.
Yeah, whatever. Please. Please.
So what do you think, Bruce? You think y'all boys gonna beat the Cavs and make it to the finals?
I'm starting to think so. You know, again, concerned about the inconsistency in the way they play in game, but they've got everything that it takes, man. And again, I think even though they didn't particularly go off last night, man, we got role players that can really do it. And then just to see, I don't know how many times he can do that in a series, but to see the way Al Horford was moving his feet defensively, that was really impressive. I was like, whoa, okay, you know. So definitely that is I think they have a legitimate chance, and they are definitely rounding into form and showing they can be the team to go ahead and come out of the East. But again, you know, we've seen many teams have a great regular season and then flop in the playoffs. So, you know.
Cavs is deep, though.
Yeah, of course they are. And they're built specifically for us. We heard Snead break all that down, but I think, I think we can do it.
Whatever happens this season, next season's gonna be our. I'm just looking for the moves that we're gonna make this off season. We gotta solidify our weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, hell, if we can make Jackson Hayes look like fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar out there.
I ain't worried about that.
Imagine if we had a legitimate big out there, boy. It's gonna be over.
Yeah. I don't have to imagine nothing but us holding that up one more time, holding up the trophy. That's all I care about.
Admit. Yeah, y'all need Porzingis back, but
yeah, we do. No doubt.
You gotta admit, not having I don't make excuses. Never have. I'm not gonna start now. But I would have loved to see us both have full strength.
Mm-hmm.
And see that chess match to see who's legitimately the better squad now after the trade. So I don't know when we can find out who's better now after the trade, because it's two different. We got two different teams, so I can't compare both games because it's two different squads,
right?
Two different dynamics, two different. You know, we have a lot of more different players than the last time. I would have loved to see the full strength to see how we measure up. It's going to be a tough march for us. And with this dude nursing his groin injury, I'm not a conspiracy theory. I just think it's kind of weird that it happened when our tough stretch and we got to play we finally got to play these tough teams.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we're going to be playing Milwaukee twice without Bron. And the Nuggets again twice. Both back-to-back, mind you, without him.
Oh, well.
And then got OKC back-to-back in OKC coming up in April.
Oh, well. Hey.
That's gonna be fun.
Don't matter to me.
I want to see how we measure up.
Well, we'll find out, man. You got anything else? Go ahead and move on to this last topic.
I got one. I got a question for you. Same question. So with LeBron being out 4 to 6 weeks, who are you replacing him with?
4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's a groin, bro. You ever had a groin injury? Oh, it didn't come out yet. They don't heal like that, bro. Like
because I mean they stretch every time you walk. So like, groin is no joke. And then he's old too, so that's going to slow down the process. Unless, of course, he takes a magical trip to Miami. But anyway.
Yeah, there you go. See, now don't set yourself up for a lawsuit.
I didn't say anything.
Man, just gonna open it up for Austin Reed will have to step up.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
Dr. Connect gonna have to step up. Luka's gonna get double triple team. He's gonna be back to being the point of emphasis to stop. Because not too many teams that's left besides OKC have a guy that they can just put one-on-one on Luka and just stay at home on everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone. Only I see OKC are able to do that because they got Jalen Williams, and Lou Dort. They can throw him. They can throw Dort on him.
Mm-hmm.
They got bodies they can throw at him if he's, without Bron being there.
Right.
So, and they can stay home on everyone else. That's going to be a tough out, without Bron. Other than that, he can just facilitate, pick his spots, get his on everyone else, and would still be dangerous. Because all they got to do is just get to a spot and knock down that shot,
mm-hmm.
or get to an open space and Luka will find them.
Gotcha.
But against OKC, those lanes are not going to be there because they have the length to clog those passing lanes. I think they got Chet back. I think they got Chet back, so he's going to clog the lane too. So they're going to be tough. And Milwaukee's going to be tough too because Giannis just fucking bulldozes us.
Got you.
He has his career games when we play him. And then we got, then Jokic. You're taking away another big body to throw at that fucking nightmare out there. So it's not gonna be easy, but shit, hell, we're gonna see what a good coach JJ Redick really is.
Yeah.
Got you, man. We're gonna go ahead and leave that right there. Then we're gonna get to this NFL topic. And appreciate the call, Laker Nation.
I'm gonna say one more thing. 10 toes down, always Lakers for life.
Yeah. But you could wallow in misery
it's
today.
Always thumbs down to themselves. No matter what y'all do.
Yeah. All right, brother. Have a good one. Thanks for the call.
They actually played defense. That Bama Auburn game.
We gotta take this call from Bruce. Bruce, what up?
Thanks for the call.
Yo, turn off the YouTube in the background or mute it.
Yo.
All right, there we go. What's going on, man?
What's going on, dog?
What's going on with y'all boys, man?
Maintaining. What you got?
First of all, I want to give Jayson Tatum his flowers. The kid is really, really good, man.
Really, really good. Agreed.
He's really, really good. One thing I learned about the Celtics last night, they shot makers. They 3-point shot makers, man. Like, Lakers was playing good. A lot of them, they just were knocking down shots. What could you do?
Right.
Like, what could you do? I mean, God dang. Jaylen Brown, Luka's kryptonite. He did the same thing he did in the finals last year. He did last night.
Right.
He can't do nothing with. He got to figure that out because every time Jaylen Brown play him, it's like Jaylen Brown put emphasis on locking him up. Like he was. Let me give Jaylen Brown his flowers. What I watched last night, he put emphasis like I got him. I got him. Don't switch. I got this guy. You know what I mean?
He likes that matchup clearly.
Man, the Celtics got 4 elite perimeter defenders.
1, 2. They got 3 elite, and then Al can pull it out at times. Pause.
Now, Al, man, we talking about LeBron, physical regimen. Look what Al Horford been in the league 20 years.
No, he hasn't been in the league that long, but he is old though. I think he's 37 or 38.
18 years.
Yeah, he's been in the league a long time. Mm-hmm.
Chris, why you always rushing people off the phone, man? Why you gonna let my man Laker Nation do what he gotta do, man, before he got
Bruce, man, go ahead, man. Go ahead, talk, man.
No, seriously, man. Stop doing that, man.
Bruce, talk, man. We got a show to run, man. Talk.
All right, man.
Yeah, say what you got to say, man.
God damn, man. Oh, you know, all that bully stuff, man, all the time. Well, it was crazy. LeBron mysteriously got hurt during the tough stretch of the game all of a sudden.
Hey, you said it.
I mean, God damn it, bro. All of a sudden your groin start hurting, huh? When shit get a little raggedy, huh? Look.
He got his numbers, though.
Well, I think the Lakers still will be okay with LeBron because of Luka. They're going to be all right.
Yeah, they will.
As long as they hold the fort down, as long as they don't drop below 6 and they don't get in that play in, they're going to be good. Luka's going to get them. They're going to win some of those games that LeBron is not in because of Luka.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at all the teams look what he did in Dallas with less. So I think this is the time where JJ going to show if he is an elite coach or not. And this is the time. This is showing what we're going to get in the future with Luka, without LeBron around. So
providing Luka actually stays, but go ahead.
He's staying. He's going over. No.
Man, you don't know.
No, he's standing out on that. They paying him that money.
Has he said that? He hasn't. He hasn't said that. I'm just saying.
Why every time towards the end of the show, we want to rush people up the phone, man? I'm ready to get off now, man.
Who rushed you off the phone, man? I'm just interjecting as you speaking. I didn't rush you off the phone.
I got a gripe with you. What's up with our perks for all the members? What you call members, man? Where our perks at, man?
I got you. Yeah, no. I'm actually working on that.
No. First of all, we paying you. We paying you monthly. We paying you. Our offer is only $5, but that $5 means a lot.
All right, so listen. We gonna poly about this offline. But I got you.
You won't get on the phone without addressing in front of the audience.
No, I'm saying we could poly about that offline. But I got you. I am working on something special. But go ahead.
Yeah, tighten that up, bro, because that ain't fair, bro.
All right, I got you.
It's like we paying for nothing.
Okay.
And it's not right. It's not good business, brother.
Okay. Carry on.
But like I said, Lakers will be okay. They will be fine. I would love to see. I would love to see. And everybody would love to see. And the NBA would love to see a Celtics Lakers finals.
Agreed.
But does that far fetched from happening? Everybody keeps saying OKC and we'll see. We'll see. But I already got this phone, man. But yeah, tighten that up, bro. We'll talk.
Yeah, I got you, man. All right, brother. Have a good one. All right, let's go ahead and get to this NFL topic, and then we'll be done for the day. All right, NFL. So as y'all heard in the I guess a couple topics back, and last topic, while we were discussing, we got the big news from Adam Schefter, and that was Myles Garrett, who was adamant that he was not returning to the Cleveland Browns, said that he didn't want their money. He apparently wanted their money. So he got an extension, he got an extension giving him $40 million per year and $123.5 million in guaranteed money, which makes him now the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. So, wow. 4-time All-Pro. What do you think of this, G? I know you was hoping to get him out of the division.
Yeah, he's going to be a loser for life down there with the Browns.
Like Joe Thomas?
I don't think they're going to – I think he had an opportunity to just either, continue to create that generational wealth or win. And he decided to, take care of his family route. I don't believe that team will be competitive. It's the Browns, bro. Man, it's a lot bigger issues there, man, than that. You need a quarterback. You don't have a quarterback. You do have some receivers, right? Jameson Wilson able to come in and salvage some form of a season, but they still fell short for the playoffs for another year in a row. Maybe they're looking to do something different in the draft. I don't know how many picks they have, but I'm sure they got a high pick. in there somewhere. But I mean, they did raise the cap, so I don't know, man. That dude is a total monster, though, man. Like he is capable of blowing up plays almost any and every snap, right? It's just that ain't a piece you lose at the same time. But
right. He's the best player on your team. You have to have him.
He's one of the best defenders in the league right now. Like,
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got to pay him.
Yeah, no, you absolutely got it. I agree. You got to pay him. Yeah. But what's interesting, remember, he was adamant that he wanted out of there because he was trying to win. I guess maybe it was all just a push to get more money. I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah. No, he definitely did his thing. I was getting to that, Sid Bubba. I was getting to that. So, yeah, Sid Bubba, as he let us know, I was getting to that next. Bulls release 8-time Pro Bowl pass rusher Von Miller. So Von Miller has now been cut from the Bills. They don't want to pay him anymore after they extended Greg Rousseau to 4 years, $80 million with $54 million guaranteed. So the release of Von Miller frees up $8.4 million on the salary cap. But really, Von Miller hasn't been the elite player that he once was. He's faced injuries over the last few years. He hasn't been, the level of contributor that he was in Denver. So if you're looking at Von Miller now, you got to take him on he's got to accept like pretty much a low ball deal for somebody who as good as he has been, right? So it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up, how much money he gets, and the other thing is how productive he can still can or cannot be. So I guess we're going to
talking about Von Miller.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But didn't he have like some pending issues off the field?
I thought he cleared that up, but maybe not.
Cleared that up? I don't know. Yeah, I think he's still ball though. He still definitely balls, man. Like he still can ball.
We got to find out. Man. Injuries will make a lot of great players look nowhere near what they once were. Am I right?
Oh, facts.
Mm-hmm. What we got here? Aaron Rodgers working to sign a deal with the Giants. I remember hearing that he was interested. I think he wants to be in New York City. That's what I think. So it's very possible. I don't know. I think we're gonna have an interesting season. What I've noticed, and this is just a side note. Remember, there was a time. This is maybe just 4 or 5 years ago, where the offseason was more the domain of the NBA in terms of big players moving around and whatnot. You're seeing a lot more of that in the NFL now. Either that or the NFL is doing more of a job publicizing it because they're like, nah, we're not going to give the NBA anything. Have you noticed that? You're seeing a lot more. You're seeing a lot more movement with the in the NFL than we used to. No, not Russell Wilson to the Raiders. Oh, that was the other one. Geno Smith got traded to the Raiders from Seattle. I thought that was interesting. So he's reunites with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll likes him. No, not our linebacker, Edward, our left tackle. But we'll get to that. But yeah, Geno Smith to the Raiders, which is going to be interesting. But question is, who's he going to throw to? Like besides Brock Bowers, right? The Raiders definitely need to. First of all, you got Geno Smith. He's a bridge guy. You're still going to need to draft a quarterback if you're the Raiders. That's what I think. And then on top of that, you need to later in the draft see if you can get yourself a quality wide receiver and whatnot. I think that could be good as well. So
they got some picks from that Devontae Adams trade, right?
I'd have to check. Probably though. I can't imagine they just let him go with that. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers to the Giants. Wow. All right. Let's hope he don't cause problems in your organization, Kyle. I don't know if I see it. Grab Jackson Dart in the third. I don't know what it is with you and Jackson Dart, but whatever. I don't think he's going to be good. But we'll see. So definitely got some moves. So to the Ravens, we got to address this real quick. Ronnie Stanley gets re-signed 3 years at $60 million. This is a guy who is a one-time first-team All-Pro. Anytime you make that, that's a good sign. I think he's a 2-time Pro Bowler, but he's had some injury issues throughout his career. So let's see if he can kind of regain some form. But I think, is he 30 now? He's older now, right? You muted, Ronnie Stanley.
Yeah, I think he's
30. So he's gonna be on the downside, but they compensated him, and let's see how good he can be. Go Irish,
I thought he was pretty good, man.
No, at his peak, he was pretty good, but he keeps getting injured. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So Dominique, if you don't talk business publicly, so thank you, appreciate it. I don't know what it is with you. You always taking shots at me, but let's say this: you enjoy the channel or you don't. You don't have to be here, but I appreciate you being here. But if you don't, then you can move on. It's all good. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, Ronnie Stanley. He I think obviously I think you got to get a younger guy to back him up and be prepared to take that over in case. And I'm sure they position that contract to where they could cut him if they need to. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Well, they could cut him where they need to without too much salary cap implications. So definitely got some stuff going on in the NFL. We just wanted to run through that quickly. Still waiting to see what's the deal with Sam Darnold, where he lands. Chris Godwin from Tampa Bay. Josh Sweat, who just won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. Joey Bosa, who got released from the Chargers. Devontae Adams. So there's still some big names out there, and we will see what happens. So yeah, I will go ahead and I guess we're gonna leave it right there, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Hit that like and subscribe on the way out. And let's see. Jerry Jones having $56 million of cap space, saying he's not going to be a good. I don't know what Jerry Jones is trying to do. He's got the most valuable franchise in the world. He's got plenty of money, but he doesn't want to. I have no idea. I do not know. And you got a rookie head coach. Like the thing would be to try and get this guy the most talent possible. I really don't get it. So yeah, I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. But we'll see what he's gonna do. Chances are nothing, and then the Cowboys will suffer again this year. And as long as they get attention from the media and they get national TV games, that's all he'll care about. He doesn't really care about winning. So But yeah. So I'm gonna leave it right there, y'all. G, you got anything to say on the way out?
Oh yeah, man. First and foremost, man, the show. I mean, you came a long way with this show, man. And you got even further to go, man. And so, knowing the show, man, I see the pain, I see the sweat, the tears, and everything that you do to keep this show up and running, man, content wise, and then tracking and tracing everything and every lead, and actually having like conversation with your viewers, man. Like, continue doing what you're doing, bro, man. Sky's the limit. You can the show gonna blow regardless because we vested time in it, man.
That's a fact.
To those members that subscribe, man, there's more to come. Just have a little patience as we, continue to get things to get together, man. This guy Bruce, man, he definitely put his heart and soul in this, man. And I don't think you can't take that lightly, bro. Keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate that, G. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you being here, bro.
Oh yeah, already.
No doubt. All right, well, we're gonna leave it right here, and we will get with y'all. You'll probably see us again before Wednesday, and also we're gonna, as soon as I can get with Transformer, he gets free. We're gonna do a show discussing that Lakers Celtics game last night, because I know he's got a lot of thoughts that he didn't have an opportunity to share with everybody today. So we're gonna do that.
Coming down now.
All right, so y'all have a great one. I appreciate y'all again. Hit the like and subscribe on the way out. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Sunday, and we'll talk soon. And we out. Peace.